y'all trying to do?
Well, good evening. Tyler Lance with you here on Hometown Radio, KLGA, as we get ready for a big top of Iowa West softball matchup tonight. It is the Bishop Garrigan Golden Bears visiting the Lake Mills Bulldogs, and two teams that are close to the top of the conference right now. Lake Mills in second place, just half a game ahead of Bishop Garrigan, so whichever team wins tonight will be in sole possession of second place in the conference. We'll get started a little early here tonight as they finished off their warm-ups on the field. National Anthem coming up in just a moment, and we'll have first pitch next on Hometown Radio.
If you're not filling with Cenex Premium Diesel, then you're not giving your fuel system the premium treatment. Cenex Roadmaster XL comes with a more complete additive package for a more complete burn, while restoring your power by up to 4.5% and your fuel economy by up to 5%. Typical number 2 diesel? I guess it covers the basics. Cenex Premium Diesel. Diesel that doesn't mess around.
Contact New Way K&H Cooperative, your certified Cenex distributor, at 1-800-445-4118.
With today's technology, there's no reason to wait by the mailbox for bank statements. Just sign up for internet banking and e-statements. This is Sherry at Security State Bank. E-statements reduce the risks of mail fraud and identity theft. Internet banking allows you to check your balances, see checks and deposits that have cleared, transfer funds between accounts, make payments, and say goodbye to paper filing and shredding. Internet banking and e-statements from Security State Bank in Algona, Burt, and Laverne. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And we are back on Hometown Radio, KLGA, getting you ready for softball between Bishop Garrigan and Lake Mills. Again, looks like we'll get started a little bit early here tonight. Both teams finished warming up. The player introductions are wrapped up as well, so we're just a few minutes away from the game getting started. And before we get going here tonight, big thank you to all the sponsors who make video streaming here on the Algona Radio YouTube page possible. And they include Chemna Auto Center, where it's not just about the car, it's about the care. Algona Municipal Utilities, where they are community-owned for community benefit. Also, Algona State Farm Insurance Agent Billy Offerman, and Hang Endeavors, proud sponsor of Bishop Garrigan Athletics. And, of course, you can see on the scoreboard Greg Penning and Company Certified Public Accountants, as they are the scoreboard graphic sponsor for tonight's game. So there you go. Big thank you to the sponsors as we get ready here on a beautiful night from Lake Mills, Iowa. It is the Bulldogs and it is the Golden Bears getting ready to square off in this top of Iowa West matchup as Bishop Garrigan comes into tonight with a record of 7-8 on the season. They are 6-2 in the top of Iowa West. Lake Mills having a resurgence as a program, 8-3 record, 7-2 in the top of Iowa West. As we start things off here, Emmy Bartolo digging in for Bishop Garrigan, and she will face Dottie Byers getting ready to work in the circle. Big windup and delivery, and there's a swing and a miss from Bartolo, and we are underway here from Lake Mills High School. First pitch temperature, 82 degrees, as we have beautiful sunny skies outside. Not a cloud to be seen. Byers motions and delivers, and she's out of the zone that time, evening it up at 1-1 to Bartolo. Well, for Bishop Garrigan, it's Bartolo, Dorning, and Capacious to start things off here in the top half of the first inning. The next delivery is a called strike over the outside corner. Count quickly goes to 1-2 on Bartolo. We'll take a look at the whole lineup here. Again, they kind of jump-started us here tonight. We're getting going a little bit early, but Darius Goshi batting fourth for Bishop Garrigan as the 1-2 pitch to Bartolo is poked foul first base side. 1-2 again. Hannah Marin batting fifth, Molly Peterson sixth, Kyra Dykes batting seventh, Seisha Alish batting eighth, and Zoe Montag batting ninth for the Golden Bears. That is the batting order. As Byers continues to work, the right-hander delivers, and Bartolo lets a high fastball go by, and the count evens up here at 2-2. Donnie Byers, the sophomore right-handed pitcher, having a very strong season so far for Lake Mills, as she delivers the 2-2. Bartolo taps it foul, and she's spoiled a couple of good two-strike offerings from Byers. Byers has started 10 games this season, 7-3 record for the Bulldogs as she has a .317 earned run average, 49 Ks, 24 walks, and 57 and a third innings. Byers fires, and that one is slowly rolled first base side, but that one is curving into foul territory. And that is another foul ball for Bartolo, who is having that great prototypical leadoff at bat. You're seeing a lot of pitches. Rest of her teammates getting a good look at what Byers is doing here early in the game. And Bartolo continues to foul off some two-strike offerings. So 2-2. Byers has pitched 57 and a third innings this year, Opposing batters hitting 183, as that's a little down low, and the count runs full here against Emmy Bartolo. Defensively for Lake Mills, it's Edwards behind the plate, Jensen at third, Brandenburg at shortstop, Joint at second, Rognus at first. 3-2 pitch. Line drive foul, first base side, and we will do it again with a 3-2 count. So Bartolo just continues to waste 2-strike pitches from Byers, having trouble putting away Bishop Garrigan's right-handed batter. Bartolo back into the box, 3-2 count. Byers delivers. Slow roller towards second base. Joint has it. Short flip to first base, and it's in time to get Bartolo. So Byers is going to win that battle, but that was a great first at-bat of the ballgame for Bartolo, seeing a lot of pitches there, spoiling some 2-strike offerings, and making Donnie Byers go to work here in inning number 1. So that'll bring Dorning up to the plate for Bishop Garrigan. Nobody on as we play with 1 out in the top of the first. The delivery from Byers is fouled back to the screen for strike 1. Dogstead is in left field, Rogstead in center, and Anderson in right. We'll try to keep those similar names straight in left field and right field. It is 180 down the left and right field lines, 210 to dead center here at Lake Mills, as Dorning pokes that one into left field, and that is a base hit. Ground ball just hit right past third base, and Bishop Garrigan has a 1-out base runner here in the top of the first. And that'll bring Abby Capacious up to the dish. Capacious has walked quite a bit lately. Not a whole lot of teams have wanted to face her bat, as the schools around the top of Iowa West have definitely gotten the memo. And looks like we will have a courtesy runner getting set to go to first base, as that'll be Ava Huff, the sophomore, running for Bishop Garrigan. So Dorning does her job of that single to left field, and Huff will be at first base as Capacious gets set to bat here. The sophomore Capacious hitting .674, a conference-leading 4 home runs, as she has also driven in 16 runs. Pitch to Capacious, and that is a called strike. Ball got dropped there, but that one was over the plate. 0-1 the count. Well, Capacious had a rare 0-for-3 night last time these two teams matched up. That was a 4-2 Lake Mills win back on May 27th. Byers' pitch gets the fastball over the plate, and Capacious is down here 0-2, so Byers coming right after the number 3 hitter for Bishop Garrigan. 1 out. Huff at first base as we play in the top of inning number 1 on KLGA Algona. 2-strike pitch is up high, and Capacious lets that one go by at about eye level. Count 1 ball and 2 strikes. Golden Bears scoring about 6.5 runs per game this season. Lake Mills allowing just 4. Another eye-ball high pitch to Capacious. Snap throw back down to first base, but Huff is in there with a dive safely. Count even at 2-2 as Byers could not tempt Capacious on either of those high fastballs. Here's the next pitch. Popped foul as that one will head back beyond the screen, and we'll do it again if a 2-2 count. So, again, it's only been a couple batters so far, but the early trend here is that Bishop Garrigan is doing a great job fouling off a lot of 2-strike pitches. Golden Bears have certainly faced some very tough pitching lately. We'll get into that a little bit later on, as it's been a big week as far as the schedule goes. Down low to Capacious. Byers tried a couple high fastballs. Now she went with one shin height that time, but the count goes full. 3-2 here on Bishop Garrigan's shortstop. 3-2 pitch. Ground ball towards third base, and it's through into left for a base hit. Huff will stop at second, and Abby Capacious and Joey Dorning have back-to-back singles to start the inning, and those were hit to almost the exact same spot, just a little bit towards the glove side of Jensen at third base and just out of her reach. So Golden Bears have something brewing here in the first inning. 2 runners on, only 1 out. Last time Bishop Garrigan matched up with Lake Mills, the Golden Bears had a very quiet offensive night, only 4 hits, but already 2 here so far as Goshi takes a called strike 1. Goshi, the center fielder for Bishop Garrigan, having a nice start to the season, as the pitch will drift outside here and even up the count at 1-1. She's batting .321. Couple runners looming on base here for the Golden Bears, wearing their black uniforms here tonight with the yellow lettering and numbering. Check swing, and Goshi did not offer at it as the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike here on the Bishop Garrigan Jr. Marin up next, Peterson after that for the Golden Bears. Bishop Garrigan trying to draw first blood here in the first inning. And that's a ground ball towards shortstop. It's picked up by Brandenburg, and her throw goes into right field. Here comes Huff from third base. She'll come in to score, and Bishop Garrigan grabs the early 1-0 lead over Lake Mills. That might not have been a double play, but Lake Mills certainly should have at least gotten an out of that at second base, but the throw was just a little bit wide. It went into right field, and Huff never stopped running as she came around and scored. So on the air, Abby Capacious will advance to third. It'll be Darius Goshi at first, and a 1-0 Bishop Garrigan lead in the top half of inning number 1 for Hannah Marin. Pitch to Marin. First pitch swinging, pop-up, first base side, foul territory. Reaching up and making the catch is Rognus, as everyone will have to stay put on the foul out by Marin. So Marin quickly retired, and with what has been a stressful first inning for Byers so far, definitely needed that one pitch, one out. And now she has a chance to minimize the damage as Molly Peterson will bat. Peterson, .319 hitter, 9 runs driven in. She'll pop the first pitch foul, first base side, and that one's headed out of play. 0-1 the count. Lake Mills coming off a 2-1 loss last night to Belmont Clemmy, just their third loss of the season. As the 0-1 to Peterson. That one is down at the ankles for a ball, and the count evens here at 1 ball and 1 strike. Top half of the first, if you're just tuning in, Bishop Garrigan and Lake Mills underway here as the Golden Bears have taken a 1-0 lead. Byers pitch, and that one is lined foul, first base side, heading into your living room on the screen, as the count is 1-2 now to Peterson. It's Capacious at third base. Goshi's up to second for Bishop Garrigan. 1-2 pitch. And that is a ground ball towards second base. Joint stays down on it. Her toss to first is in time. Peterson is out, and the Golden Bears are done in the first inning. But Bishop Garrigan does put the first run of the night on the scoreboard. It is 1-0 Golden Bears as we head to the bottom of the first on Hometown Radio, KLGA.
High school sports on Hometown and Home Country Radio, brought to you by these sports club members.
Algona Frame and Auto Body Collision Specialist, a total commitment to excellence.
Water Connection, from softeners to bottled water and service, call 295-SOFT.
Dump It, commercial and residential garbage. They do the dirty work so you don't have to.
Hy-Vee, use the fuel saver, fill your cart, fuel your car.
Algona Livestock Auction, Highway 169 North, sale every Monday.
Lusher Family Dentistry, serving your family since 1965 on Call Street in Algona.
Style Salon, your salon in Algona. Create yourself.
Farmers State Bank, proud to be part of our community for 125 years, with offices in Algona, Whittemore, and West Bend.
Chemco Tires, they're all you need to know about tires and service.
Sponsoring this broadcast on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
Bottom half of inning number 1 here on Hometown Radio, KLGA Algona. Tyler Lance with you this evening as it's softball action between Bishop Garrigan and Lake Mills. And Lake Mills will get their first at-bat of the night. Golden Bears currently leading it 1-0 after an eventful top half of inning number 1. Bishop Garrigan got a couple base hits. Lake Mills committed 1 error as well, and the Golden Bears grab a 1-0 lead. And now it'll be Ella Schaaf going to work, right-handed pitcher for Bishop Garrigan, as she will face Natalie Brandenburg, Finley Rogstead, and Madison Edwards this inning. Brandenburg, a left-handed hitter, and she'll take that one away for ball 1 from Schaaf. Defensively for Bishop Garrigan, Dorning's behind the plate, Marin at third, Capacious at short, Peterson at second. Montag's at first, Bartolo in left, Goshi in center, and Alish in right. As that's a shot towards left field. That one's curving towards the line, and it's down for a base hit. It'll roll to the fence. Brandenburg burns into second base, and that's a leadoff double for Lake Mills as Brandenburg just shoots one the other way right down the line. Perfectly placed that time from the Lake Mills junior as she has her third double of the season. So Lake Mills setting the table to start things off, and Finley Rogstead getting set to hit. The junior batting .265 so far this season. Schaaf comes into tonight with a record of 3-4. This is her 9th start, 11th pitching appearance overall. As she delivers in the dirt, nice pick behind the plate by Dorning, and the count is 1-0. Schaaf has pitched 41 2/3 innings, 32 strikeouts, 40 walks, .386 earned run average for the Bishop Garrigan sophomore. And opponents batting .152 against her. As that pitch is a strike. Dorning will look towards second, making sure Brandenburg isn't getting too big of a secondary lead, but she gets back to the bag. 1-1 count on the junior Rogstead. Right-handed hitting center fielder. The next pitch, a little bit down and in that time, and Schaaf falls behind here 2-1. Lake Mills has definitely produced on offense this season. 9.1 runs per game for the Bulldogs. They are batting .294 as a team. 2-1 pitch, ground ball first base side, foul through the coaching box, and the count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bishop Garrigan and Lake Mills here on a perfect night. Got a little bit of wind blowing in from right field. Not too much of a factor, though. Sunny skies here tonight. Got a 2-2 count. Runner on second base with nobody out for Lake Mills. Schaaf at the pitch. Another dribbler, first base side, foul. And we'll do it again with a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Well, both sides here tonight have a couple good early at-bats, fouling off 2-strike pitches. And making these pitchers work early and deal with a little traffic on the bases as well. Schaaf's 2-2. Outside for ball 3, and the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Well, as far as the sun goes, looks like left field and center probably dealing with the most of it so far tonight. 3-2 count. And that is upstairs for ball 4, so nice at bat from Rogstad. She is able to battle back from a couple strikes in the count, and she reaches first base with nobody out, so it's Brandenburg at second, Rogstad at first, and here comes the middle of the batting order with Madison Edwards getting set to hit. Edwards batting .438 so far this season, one of the best marks in the conference. Schaaf's pitch. Edwards taking a bit above the letters for ball 1. Not a right-handed batter. Edwards hits near the front of the box with a slightly open batting stance. Edwards had a big 3-for-4 night first time these two teams matched up. She doubled in that game and drove in a run. That was back on May 27th. Inside for a ball, 2-0 from Schaaf. As Edwards is batting, Rognus on deck for Lake Mills. Bishop Garrigan leading at 1-0 right now, but Lake Mills has put the first 2 runners on base in the bottom of the first inning. Schaaf on the rubber, 2-0 pitch, ground ball towards shortstop, Capacious has it, she'll go the short way the third, and it's thrown away, it'll roll back towards the dugout. Staying put at third is Brandenburg. She did a headfirst dive into third base and couldn't quite get up quickly enough that time to make it onto home. But in any case, bases loaded, nobody out. Capacious tried a backhanded shovel there to Marin, and looked like that was just a little bit outside of Marin's reach. Bishop Garrigan, fortunate though that didn't result in a run yet, so bases will be loaded. Bishop Garrigan can't erase the lead runner, and Rognus will bat. Nobody out. Pitch from Schaaf, and Rognus takes that one down and in for ball 1. 286 average this season for Rognus as she has driven in 6 runs. Well, it was definitely a pitching-oriented game first time these two teams matched up, but early indications here looking definitely like a night for the hitters. Marin playing shallow at third base for Bishop Garrigan, and that is a called strike, caught the low part of the zone, and the count evens up at 1-1 to Rognus. Jensen's on deck for Lake Mills. Bases loaded, nobody out. Montag about even with the bag at first. Rest of the infield maybe a step or 2 shallow, and then Marin pretty shallow at third base especially, as there's a swing and a miss. Rognus went down to try to get that one, and she's behind in the count here, 1-2. Bases loaded with Brandenburg at third, Rogstead at second, and Edwards at first. Nobody out in the first inning, as Schaaf has a 1-2 count against Rognus. The righty's pitch. Swing and a miss. Schaaf changed speeds on her that time, slowed it down a bit, and Rognus was slightly out in front for strike 3, so big first out of the inning for Bishop Garrigan. So now a double play could bail the Golden Bears out here. Force play at every base, 1 out, as Jensen is the hitter. Pitch from Schaaf, and Jensen swings and misses as she's a little tardy on the fastball that time for strike 1. Jensen so far this season, 9 hits and 33 at-bats. She's driven in 8 runs for Lake Mills. Right-handed hitter who bats out of a upright, slightly closed batting stance. 1 out as the 0-1 pitch. That is at the letters for a called strike. And Schaaf getting ahead in a good pitcher's count. No balls and 2 strikes on the number 5 hitter in the Lake Mills order. Dogsted's due up next. Bases loaded, no but make that 1 out as Bishop Garrigan leads 1-0. Schaaf winds and fires. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Went at the knees that time, and Jensen, with an emergency hack, could not make contact. And all of a sudden, Ella Schaaf has struck out back-to-back batters after Bishop Garrigan saw the bases get loaded against them with nobody out. So 1 out away from working out of it for Schaaf. First pitch of the at-bat is upstairs. It goes to the backstop. Here comes Brandon Bird from third, and she'll touch home plate safely. That will tie the game at 1. Well, Schaaf had that fastball get away from her. It sailed way up high to the backstop. Dorning didn't have a whole lot of chance to get to that one, and Brandenburg got a good break off of third base, so that'll tie the game at 1. Runners will be at second and third here. As Dagstead faces a 1-0 count. And that one's in the dirt. Here comes another run from third base, and Rogstead scores. Or will she? No, Bishop Garrigan's going to catch a break here. They're going to say that one hit Dagstead on the foot, so that is a hit by pitch, which means dead ball. Rogstead has to go back to third base. So Bishop Garrigan is going to catch a major break on that one. Bases will be loaded here. 2 outs, still a 1-1 tie, as that was a dead ball situation. And Donnie Byers will hit here, trying to help her own cause. Byers takes a called strike 1 on the fastball as Dorning looks towards third briefly, but Rogstead goes back there. Two down, bases loaded. 0-1 count here on Byers. And Byers takes that one a little upstairs as Dorning pump fakes towards third base, but Rogstead scrambles back in there. Byers, right-handed hitter. It's out of a wide right-handed stance as there's 2 outs and a 1-1 tie here in the first inning. Bishop Garrigan and Lake Mills in a big top of Iowa West game. Schaaf's next pitch, swing and a miss. Goff Byers to go after that high fastball, and it's a 1-2 count. Rogstead at third, Edwards at second. And Dagstead at first. 1-2 count right now is Schaaf. Quick check of the wristband and the pitch. Ground ball towards second base. Peterson knocks it down, throws to first base, and it's in time for out number 3. Peterson got her glove down just in the nick of time, and Bishop Garrigan averts some serious damage in the first inning. Lake Mills does tie the game. It's 1-1 as we will head to the second on Hometown Radio KLGA and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream.
For over 40 years, Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports Surgeons have maintained one mission: to provide excellence in orthopedic care. Their team of 9 physicians offers specialized care in everything from arthroscopic same-day surgery to joint replacement, as well as hand and foot surgery, and have an orthopedic surgeon on call 24/7. Healthcare isn't about appointments, it's about taking care of people, and that's their specialty. Visit Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports Surgeons on the web at nwiabone.com. When you need cash on the go, there's no need to pay a surcharge fee with MoneyPass. Iowa State Bank is proud to be part of the MoneyPass network of surcharge-free ATMs found nationwide. Look for the green and blue MoneyPass symbol on over 32,000 ATMs across the nation. Or find an ATM near your vacation spot or travel destination at MoneyPass.com. MoneyPass, another way that Iowa State Bank helps people succeed. Member FDIC.
Top of the second inning on Hometown Radio KLGA and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream. 1-1 tie, Bishop Garrigan and Lake Mills, as we've already had a ton of action here through just one inning. Bishop Garrigan this inning will have hitters number 7, 8, and 9 in the batting order, with Dykey getting set to lead things off. Designated player tonight, as Donnie Byers will go back to work for Lake Mills. Dykey, 1 hit in 12 at-bats for the Bishop Garrigan sophomore. Right-handed hitter will take the first pitch. Eye level for ball 1. Golden Bears coming in on the 2-game losing streak, but played a couple non-conference games early this week against some of the top-ranked opponents in the state. As the pitch is swung on and missed, Dykey is behind there on the fastball, and the count goes even here at 1-1. Golden Bears coming off the 11-8 loss against Estherville Lincoln Central last night. Got down pretty big early, 10-2. Radley late, but didn't quite have enough runs in the tank as Dykey cuts and misses on another fastball, and she is behind here in the count. A couple strikes on Dykey. Myers has worked fairly quickly tonight as she motions and delivers. And there's a swing and a miss for strike 3. Dykey is gone here to start the second inning on Myers' first strikeout of the night. And Seisha Alish will be the batter for Bishop Garrigan. The Golden Bears had that game against Estherville Lincoln Central yesterday. The Midgets right now the number 6 ranked team in Class 3A, so they're a team that definitely has some state aspirations, as there's a called strike to Alish. Alish 5 for 25 so far this season. And it wasn't just that game, but Tuesday Bishop Garrigan had a tough non-conference game at Central Springs, who right now is ranked number 1 in Class 2A, as the next offering is fouled back to the screen 0-2. So needless to say, it has been a tough week scheduling-wise, and of course, doesn't get a ton easier tonight. Lake Mills comes into tonight's game with a record of 8-3. Right now, 0-2 count. The next pitch, downstairs, and Alish watching that one go by. Ball 1, 1-2. Couple hits so far for Bishop Garrigan tonight. 1 out, nobody on base. 1-2 pitch. And that one is a little bit down and in as Alish backs up from it. And the count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Golden Bears so far posting a .281 batting average as a team this season. The windup and the pitch. And that one is flared towards shallow right field. That is dropping in a hurry. Diving attempt and unable to make the catch is Rogstad, as Alish will be safe at first base on a bloop single to right center field. Well, Rogstad closed hard on that ball and nearly got to it, but just out of the reach that time on the dive, as Bishop Garrigan has a 1-out base runner for Zoe Montag. Montag's first at-bat of the night, as the freshman has 8 hits and 41 at-bats for the Golden Bears this season. 1 out. Alish on first base now for Bishop Garrigan, as lefty Montag will watch the first pitch go by, down and away for ball 1. Well, not to mention the 2 games earlier this week, but Bishop Garrigan's non-conference schedule just has been really, really tough so far, as that is a sky-high pop third base side. Going over is the shortstop trying to catch an underhanded Brandenburg, but it drops in between her arms and she can't make the play. Well, Jensen at third base really didn't move much from her position. I think she may have had trouble picking up that ball in the sun, but the shortstop Brandenburg went all the way from her position to the third base dugout pretty much where Lake Mills resides and nearly made a great running catch. But foul ball, 1-1 count on Montag. And she'll swing and miss, a little bit behind on the fastball, 1-2 count now. But again, you look at the schedule of these two teams coming into tonight. Again, Lake Mills, better record, 8-3 compared to 7-8 for Bishop Garrigan, but Golden Bears have played 3 ranked non-conference opponents, as there's a line drive left center field, and that is down for a base hit for Montag. Alish goes station to station. She will stop at second base, and Bishop Garrigan with back-to-back singles here with 1 out in the second inning. So back to the top of the order, Emmy Bartolo, who grounded out to second base her first time up. That third ranked non-conference game for Bishop Garrigan was against the current number 12 team in Class 1A, St. Edmund, a couple weeks ago. Bunt attempt, and jabbed at and missed by Bartolo. That'll be strike 1. Dorning drew up next for Bishop Garrigan, 1 out, as we have a 1-1 tie between Bishop Garrigan and Lake Mills. Alish is on second base, Montag at first, as Byers delivers. Ground ball, first base side, foul. And down on the count, 0-2 is Bartolo. Well, Byers definitely comes with a little bit of a different pitching motion than many of the pitchers you'll see on a night-to-night basis. Actually has that old-school motion where she brings her glove above her head to start off, building that momentum as Bartolo swings and misses for strike 3. That is the second K of the night for Byers. And now 2 down. Runners still on first and second for Bishop Garrigan, as Dorning will be the hitter. Dorning picked out an early pitch, her first at-bat, and hit a ground ball single into left field, so she is 1 for 1 tonight. Byers delivers, and that one is a little bit downstairs, and 1-0 count right now to Dorning. Dorning, 7 hits and 35 at-bats coming into tonight. Picked up number 8 earlier, as Byers' next pitch. A little bit inside to Dorning. Hitters count here 2-0. Alish on second base, Montag on first for the Golden Bears. 2 gone in the top half of the second inning. 1-1 tie. Byers' pitch. Ground ball towards shortstop. Brandenburg has it. She'll go the short way to third base, and that is out number 3 of the inning as Alish is retired at third, and the Golden Bears are done here in the second. Well, we will head on to the bottom of the second inning. 1-1 tie between Bishop Garrigan and Lake Mills on Hometown Radio KLGA.
High school sports on Hometown and Home Country Radio, brought to you by these sports club members.
Catholic Charities, offering professional counseling services to families and individuals of all faiths. Learn more at cathchar.com.
Algona Plumbing and Heating, where a good flush always beats a full house.
Grassmasters, get tips and advice from their lawn care professionals. Grassmasters, growing satisfied customers.
American Glass, for all your glass needs. Think American.
Walker Chiropractic and Wellness, serving Algona, Sway City, and the surrounding areas with chiropractic, nutritional care, and physical therapy services.
Dr. Bill Stroman, giving you something to smile about.
CB Grain Solutions, satisfaction guaranteed.
Ruhnke Brothers Full Service. Experience the Ruhnke Brothers difference for all your auto service and repair needs.
Sponsoring this broadcast on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
Bottom half of inning number 2 on Hometown Radio KLGA and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream as Bishop Garrigan and Lake Mills knotted up at 1 in this key make that top of Iowa West game. About to say North Central here. Getting my teams backwards for calling so many games, but that's the best part about summer. First batter of the inning here for Lake Mills, Alexis Anderson, as it's 8-9-1 in the batting order. The pitch to Anderson is over the plate for a called strike 1. The right fielder Anderson, batting .222. She has 4 hits and 18 at-bats this season. As the sophomore awaits Schaaf's 0-1 pitch. And that one is going to be outside. Nobody on base for Lake Mills as we start off here in the bottom of the second inning. Both teams putting 1 on the board in the first. Bishop Garrigan avoided what could have been possibly a much bigger inning as Anderson takes that one at the knees for a called strike, and the count evens at 1-1. Lake Mills had the bases loaded with nobody out in the first, and they only ended up getting 1 run out of it on a wild pitch with 2 outs by Ella Schaaf. Nearly at a second, as that is a called strike 3. Anderson is frozen, and that is already the 3rd K of the night for Schaaf. So Anderson gone, and Keely Joint will be the hitter. The freshman Joint with 5 hits and 23 at-bats. But Schaaf nearly had a second wild pitch there in the first inning, but it actually ended up hitting a batter as that one is tapped foul behind the screen. Oh, great barehanded grab in the stands by one of the fans, and that'll be strike 1. But Dagstad was hit by a pitch with a runner on third base, and otherwise it would have been a wild pitch bringing in the second run. But in any case, the game ended up staying tied as Schaaf worked out of the bases loaded jam, only allowing 1 run. So Joint facing the 0-1 count as that pitch sails way up high. Count evens here at 1-1. Lake Mills had what could be described as a very pedestrian offensive night last night in a 2-1 loss against Belmont Clemmy. Lake Mills uncharacteristically had just 4 hits in that ball game. As there's a slow roller back to the circle, gloved by Schaaf. High throw to first base, and that sails over Montag's head. Heading towards second is Joint. Throw, tag, not in time. Joint slides in underneath it. So Joint will be on second here if 1 out on what is a play that probably should have been made there for Bishop Garrigan. But Fro just kind of sailed on Schaaf that time, and it'll be a runner in scoring position as we see Lake Mills go back to the top of the order. Natalie Brandenburg, who doubled her first time up. Brandenburg hitting .389 coming into tonight. And she'll bat for runner on second, trying to give Lake Mills their first lead of the ball game. The lefty takes that one eye level for ball 1. Lake Mills yesterday, again, not a great hitting night, just 4 hits, and then pitching-wise, Dottie Byers did her job, pitching 6 1/3 innings and striking out 13 batters. She gave up 2 runs, but both of those were unearned as Lake Mills had 4 errors in last night's game. Again, not something you see very often from a Lake Mills team that has typically been very good defensively this season. Brandenburg with the foul back as the count's even here at 1-1. So that was just their 3rd loss of the season. The only other 2 losses for Lake Mills came against Central Springs and North Union, who right now are ranked number 1 and 2 in Class 2A. So certainly you can explain those. As the pitch is down in the dirt, Dorting with a nice sliding stop. Kind of pinned that one in between her arm and her ribcage that time and kept it in front as the count goes to 2-1. Joint on second base. Brandenburg, the hitter right now for Lake Mills. Chaffe's 2-1. High fly ball towards center field. Goshi racing in. Goshi has it measured, and she's underneath it for out number 2 of the inning. Goshi wearing the shades out in center field, but sun did not appear to be a problem on that one, as staying at second is Joint. So Finley Rogstead will bat. Drew a walk her first time up to the dish, and she'll try to bring in the run from second base. 1-1 tie between Bishop Garrigan and Lake Mills. These two teams separated by just half a game in the standings, as there's a swing and a miss for strike one. Well, North Union again having a great season right now. They are the leaders in the clubhouse in the top of Iowa West, and they rolled through the first part of their top of Iowa West schedule. Bishop Garrigan will see them 1 week from today, as North Union did beat Bishop Garrigan 5-0 the first time. But winner of this game will be in second place, and will be looking up at just North Union after this one, as it is a 1-1 count here on Rogstead. Edwards is due up next for Lake Mills. 1-1 from Chafe. Ground ball, first base side. Montag tries to backhand it, but that is slightly foul by a couple inches there. And it's now a 1-2 count on Rogstead. 3 strikeouts so far for Chafe. She has walked one batter and hit one batter as well so far in tonight's game. As Joint is still on second base, 2 down. Chafe is ready. 1-2 to Rogstead in the dirt, and Dorning has another nice sliding stop that time. Count evens up here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, the softball and baseball field right by each other. The Garrigan baseball game will be going on here at 7:30. Out beyond the right field fence at the softball field as that pitch is up high for a ball. Count is even at 2-2. The softball and baseball complex are set up here at Lake Mills, where if you had a really good left-handed power hitter, they could possibly homer onto the baseball field, but not so sure we'll see on that tonight. I'm not trying to necessarily bet on that, as the next offering is a called strike 3. Chafe freezes Rogstead. That's her second K of the inning and 4th of the night. So Lake Mills is done in the second. They strand a runner at second base, and we stay tied 1-1 as we go to the 3rd inning on Hometown Radio, KLGA.
With over a decade of experience, Jake Ingalls Electric is here to handle any electrical job you could possibly have. From anything agricultural related to complex commercial wiring to something simple like installing a new outlet in your home, Jake Ingalls Electric does it all. Have your wiring done right and call Jake at 515-320-4286. Jake Ingalls Electric, shockingly good service.
With today's technology, there's no reason to wait by the mailbox for bank statements. Just sign up for internet banking and e-statements. This is Sherry at Security State Bank. E-statements reduce the risks of mail fraud and identity theft. Internet banking allows you to check your balances, see checks and deposits that have cleared, transfer funds between accounts, make payments, and say goodbye to paper filing and shredding. Internet banking and e-statements from Security State Bank in Algona, Burt, and Laverne. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Bishop Garrigan 1, Lake Mills 1 as we move to the 3rd inning on Hometown Radio KLGA and the Algona Radio YouTube stream. Tyler Lance with you this evening as Bishop Garrigan will have hitters number 3, 4, and 5 in the batting order. It is Abby Capacious starting things off as Capacious is 1 for 1 so far tonight. Well, a couple weeks ago, back on June 3rd, Bishop Garrigan was no-hit in a game against North Union as Emily Meyer of the Warriors got the no-hitter, but since that time, well, Abby Capacious has 20 hits and 25 at-bats as she pops the first one up towards the shortstop. Brandenburg onto the outfield grass, and she will make the catch for out number 1 of the inning. So Capacious retired on 1 pitch, 1 out, nobody on base, and Darius Goshi getting set to bat. That is actually the first out that Capacious has made since Monday. She had gone 10 straight plate appearances without recording an out, 5 hits and 5 walks in that time as she is retired on the pop of the shortstop. Goshi batting here. She will take ball one from Dottie Byers. Byers has kept the leadoff runner off of base every inning so far. The pitch to Goshi. That is a sharp line drive into left center field for a base hit. Goshi will round first base. Ball rolls deep into the outfield. She'll try for two. She'll go in standing as the throw is off target. And Darius Goshi hits a one-out double. So for the third inning in a row, Bishop Garrigan falls a leadoff out with a one-out base hit. And Goshi wasted absolutely no time on that one, picking out a pitch she liked and hitting a frozen rope liner into left center field. So Golden Bears will once again have a scoring opportunity with Hannah Marin batting, as Marin fouled out to first base her first time up. That pitch a little off the inside corner, briefly gets away, as trying to go to third and getting there safely is Goshi. Throw gets away at third base. Here comes Goshi, and Bishop Garrigan will take a 2-1 lead. Not a good defensive sequence there for Lake Mills that time, as the pitch popped out of Edwards' hands from the catching position, rolled over to the right, and even though Goshi got a late break, she was able to go to third. The throw down to third base was off the glove of Jensen. And again, Goshi didn't initially see it. The throw got away, but her third base coach alerted her. She came home, and Bishop Garrigan now has a 2-1 advantage. Marin rolling that one foul. So we've already seen a lot of action on the base path so far tonight. Lake Mills getting a run on a wild pitch earlier, and now essentially the same thing happening for Bishop Garrigan, combined with a couple extra steps, as Marin pokes one towards right center field. That one's getting down in a hurry, and it drops for a base hit. Anderson overruns it. Now Marin will head for second base. She'll turn around second. She's trying for three. Throw to third base is in time, and Marin is gone on arrival. Marin tried to stretch that one into a triple, but that was a nice relay play that time. They got it into the second baseman Joint. Joint relayed it over the third base. The throw was about knee-high for Jensen, who caught it, and the ball was waiting for Marin when she arrived. So Marin is retired, out on the base paths for Bishop Garrigan for out number 2 of the inning. Peterson will bat with nobody on base. She attacks the first pitch, and she rolls it into center field for a base hit. Well, in spite of the out on the base paths, Bishop Garrigan is swinging early this inning against Byers, and they are putting it into play, and I would have to think maybe that was the message in between innings. Don't let Byers get strike one on you. Just take that good first pitch and just try to shoot it somewhere. So Peterson's now at first base with 2 outs, as Dykey will hit. Dykey tardy on the fastball that time, 0-1 the count. Struck out her first trip up to the plate. This is definitely a very different looking Bishop Garrigan attack than the first time they saw Lake Mills, as they were definitely having a tough night against Byers the first time, as that one is fouled towards the first base dugout. 0-2 count. Byers allowed just 4 hits to the Golden Bears, struck out 6 batters first time they matched up, but here tonight it looks like the batters are really tracking that fastball well, as there's a swing and a miss by Dykey. So she is gone on 3 pitches, and the Golden Bears are done in the third, but Bishop Garrigan grabs a 2-1 lead, heading to the bottom half of the inning on Hometown Radio KLGA and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream.
More Sports Club members bringing you this broadcast.
Jensen Chiropractic, care for the whole family.
Countryside Barbecue Sauce, 2 sauces for all seasons.
Erpelding Excavating, let them take care of your grading, excavating, and drainage needs.
Farm Bureau Financial Services, coverage and protection for what matters most. Visit with local agents David Weiss, Jason Brace, Daniel Folk, and Michael Toll.
Sudol Tax and Accounting, full-service tax and accounting services from the professionals at Sudol Tax and Accounting. Call 395-1040. They see beyond the numbers.
Holmes Animal Clinic, caring for your pets from their location at Highway 18 East. They now have an indoor unit to serve equine, cattle, sheep, and goats. Also on-site boarding for cats and dogs.
Oakcrest Funeral Services, helping families celebrate a life lived.
All members of the Sports Club bringing you this game on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
Bottom half of the third inning on Hometown Radio KLGA. Bishop Garrigan leading it 2-1 over Lake Mills in what has been an entertaining softball game so far between 2 of the better teams in the top of Iowa West. Ella Schaaf getting set to go back to work. The Bishop Garrigan sophomore will face 3, 4, and 5 in the Lake Mills batting order, with Madison Edwards getting set to hit. Edwards will take that one about eye high for ball 1. Well, Edwards reached her first time up. That was part of Lake Mills loading the bases with nobody out in the first inning. Edwards had grounded to shortstop, and Capacious tried to get the out at third, but threw it away that first time Edwards batted as the pitch is down in the dirt for a ball. 2-0 the count. After that at bat, the bases were loaded with nobody out, but again, in that first inning, Lake Mills just got one run out of that, and you always wonder later in the game if that might be something they regret there, because that was a big early scoring opportunity against Schaaf. Rogness up next. Then Jensen, as that one is poked towards the middle of the infield. Capacious has it in front of the bag. Low throw to first base, but it's fielded by Montag, and Edwards is gone at first. So good play there by Capacious. Ranged to the middle of the infield, got it in front of the second base bag, and then Montag did a nice job there, just keeping the glove down, and that'll be one out here in the third. As Rogness, who struck out swinging her first time up, will bat. Schaaf working on 4 Ks so far tonight. As that pitch is grounded sharply towards right field, and that is in there for a base hit. Throw to first base is off the mark as Rogness gets in there safely. No one is really covering the bag at first base that time. Alvisher's playing shallow in right field, and she thought she maybe had a chance to throw Rogness out at first base, but Rogness likely would have been safe there. Still not a bad fought by Alvish that time. We'd like to see them being aggressive in the outfield. So runner on first base, one out, as that'll be the second hit of the night for Lake Mills. Pitch downstairs for a ball. 1-0 the count here on Jensen. Jensen struck out swinging her first time up to the dish. Lake Mills, like we mentioned, having a big improvement this season among their softball program, as Schaaf winds and fires at the knees for a called strike. Dorning gives a quick look down to first base, but not going anywhere is Rogness. Lake Mills last season finished with a 12-12 record. Bishop Garrigan and Lake Mills actually tied for second place in the top of Iowa West. Schaaf winds and delivers. Way upstairs for a ball. Dorning throws down to first base, but Rogness dives back in safely. 2-1 the count. Prior to that 12-win season last year, though, Lake Mills had seasons of 2, 2, and 3 wins in the 3 years prior. So this program has improved very quickly, and they're on pace for more than 12 wins, certainly this season, with an 8-3 record. As that is fouled back to the screen, count even at 2-2. 10 regular season games left for Lake Mills, and then whatever happens in the postseason on top of that. So they should pretty easily get past that 12-win mark, and possibly a lot more than that. Rogness at first base, Jensen batting. One gone in the bottom of the third. Down in the dirt, backhanded pick by Dorning. And the count runs full, 3-2 on Rogness. Or excuse me, on Jensen. Rogness at first, Jensen batting. Dagstead on deck. Schaaf back onto the rubber here, as the righty has what she wants and delivers the full count pitch, and that'll be ball 4. So good eye displayed by Jensen that time, and Lake Mills will have a couple runners on base once again. First and second with just one out here in the third inning. Lake Mills tonight has already stranded 4 runners on base, 3 in the first, 1 in the second, and they'll try to take advantage of the scoring opportunity. With Dagstead getting set to hit. She was hit by a pitch her first time up. The windup by Schaaf and the delivery is upstairs for a ball, 1-0 the count. Bishop Garrigan with force plays around the infield with runners on first and second base. 1 out, as Schaaf motions and delivers. Downstairs, scooped out by Dorning, and Dagstead gets ahead in the count here, 2-0. Byers awaits in the on-deck circle for Lake Mills. Anderson in the hole. Here comes the 2-0 from Schaaf, and puts that one knee-high level for a called strike. Count goes to 2-1. It's Rogness at second, Jensen at first. 1 gone. As Schaaf trying to keep Bishop Garrigan in the lead here, 2-1. Golden Bears with 1 run each in the first and third innings. As that one is flied in the air towards right field, hooking down the line, but that one is headed foul, and it'll even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Schaaf trying to battle back here from a 2-0 count. Had largely been pretty good for control here tonight, but walked Jensen and then fell behind here against Dagstead. 2-2 count, though. The wind and the pitch. in the dirt. Dornan blocks it. It rolls to the left. Runners took a brief thought of advancing, but now scrambling back to their respective bases are Rognus and Jensen. Jensen make that Rognus went about a third of the way to third base, but thought better of it as Dorning quickly located that ball and got after it. 3-2 pitch from Schaaf. And that is hard hit towards first. Caught by Montag. She tags the bag, and that is out number 3. An absolute bullet line drive to first base by Dagstead, but she hits into a double play because Montag caught it. Jensen was taking her secondary lead off of first base, and all Montag had to do was take one step and tag the bag. So Golden Bears get out of the inning with a line drive double play, and not much you can do there if you're Lake Mills. We go to the 4th. It is 2-1 in favor of Bishop Garrigan on Hometown Radio, KLGA.
For Sports Club members, bringing you this game on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
Rental Zone, Highway 18 East in Algona. The tool and equipment rental specialist. Phone 395-RENT.
Dance Connection and Tumbling by Michelle. Passionate about teaching, creative about dance. Visit their studio at 1400 East Commercial in Algona or danceconnectionbymichelle.com.
Daylight Donuts, open early, serving yummy donuts, rolls, and great coffee. Located at 502 South Phillip Street.
Signworks for all your signage needs, as well as printed shirts, caps, and jackets. Stop in or call 295-9544.
Farm and Home Services. Check their many listings at farmhomeservices.com.
Pizza Ranch, eat in or delivery. Catering also available.
TAFE Wellness Center, Dr. Shane TAFE, keeping athletes in the game with chiropractic care. Located at 105 South Phillip Street in Algona.
All sponsors of this broadcast.
Top of the 4th inning on Hometown Radio KLGA and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream. Bishop Garrigan 2-1 over Lake Mills right now as the Golden Bears go back to work at the plate here. Olish first pitch swinging, high pop-up home plate area, and getting underneath it to make the one-handed catch is Edwards. So 1 pitch, 1 out as Olish is retired. And again, the Golden Bears still have yet to get their leadoff runner on base so far in any inning, but so far in each of the first 3 innings, Golden Bears have gotten a one-out base hit, so we'll see if Montag can keep to that script. She's 1 for 1 tonight. Hit a line drive single her first time up. As she lines one into left field again, and that is down for a base hit, and it'll sneak past Dagstead and go to the fence. Montag heading to second base, and she'll put on the brakes right there with a 1-out double. Well, Montag picked up the first pitch, and you'd love to see that going to the opposite field with the line drive, and Dagstead tried to field it on the hop. It snuck underneath her glove and went to the fence, and that allowed Montag to get to second base instead of just a single. So again, runner in scoring position for Bishop Garrigan as it's back to the top of the order with Bartolo. Bartolo over 2 so far tonight as Byers motions and delivers. She tries to bunt, but she jabs and misses at it for strike 1. Well, Lake Mills trying to wheel around defensively as they have Jensen charging from third. The shortstop, Brandenburg, looking to cover the third base bag, and then Joint, the second baseman, moving over to second. Playing very shallow at third is Jensen, expecting another bunt attempt. Bartolo swings away, rolls to the first base side, foul, and the count's 0-2. Well, that's the right idea. That is trying to hit behind the base runner because a ground ball to the right side of the infield would most certainly get Montag to third base, but now Bartolo has to battle down 0-2. Way up high, trying to steal third is Montag. Throw down, not in time. Montag slides underneath the tag. She got a good jump on that one, and I'm not entirely sure Lake Mills was necessarily expecting Montag to try to swipe third, but she took the base, and Bishop Garrigan will have a runner at third base with only 1 out. Montag picking up steal number 8 of the season. Pitch in the dirt, blocked nicely by Edwards. Hit that one off the shin guard, and she kept it in front. Count evens here at 2-2. So Bartolo trying to battle back from an 0-2 count. Montag has used some good base running to get herself to third base. As Bartolo steps back into the batter's box. The wind and the pitch. Roller towards first base. Montag coming to the plate and taking it to the bag is Rognus. She will tag first base, but Bartolo does her job. That is an RBI ground out to first, and Bishop Garrigan takes a 3-1 lead. Well, Rognus, judging by her body language, she had a brief thought of going home with that one. She kind of flinched, looking as if she was going to throw home, but Montag got a good break on that one, went on the contact of the ground ball, and Rogness took the sure out at first. So 2 outs now, and Bishop Garrigan leading at 3-1 as Dorning facing a 1-0 count against Byers. Dorning has singled and hit into a fielder's choice so far as she fouls that one back to the screen, and the count evens up here at 1-1. Well, Bishop Garrigan has won 10 of the last 12 matchups against Lake Mills if you go back to 2015, although Lake Mills has gotten 2 of the past 3, with the one earlier this season, and the teams splitting their 2 matchups last year. 3-1 Bishop Garrigan lead with 2 outs as Dorning watches a pitch in the dirt go by, and it is a 2-1 count on the Golden Bear catcher. Capacious due up next. Goshi in the hole for Bishop Garrigan. 2-1 here to Dorning. Golden Bears getting a run this inning on the RBI groundout from Bartolo, as that is inside, and that one will hit Dorning on the foot. So Bishop Garrigan will get Dorning to first base, and they will get Abby Capacious to the plate with a runner on base. Dorning tried to skip out of the way of that one, but took the short hop on her and got her in the ankle. As the courtesy runner will come on, Ava Huff will take to first base as Dorning gets ready for the next half inning. Capacious has singled to left, and she has popped out to shortstop here tonight, 1 for 2. Again, the first time Capacious has made an out since Monday, which sounds absurd to say, but it is true. Capacious batting .674 right now to lead the top of Iowa West. That was coming into tonight. The number 2 batter in the top of Iowa West rankings is batting .500, so Capacious, 174 out of second place, just for reference on that. The right-handed hitter will take the first pitch. It goes to the backstop, and Huff is on her way to second base. Bishop Garrigan with another runner in scoring position, and they'll try to maximize their production here in the 4th. Already 1 run in, 3-1 Bishop Garrigan lead. In a game that has moved fairly quickly so far. The next pitch to Capacious. Fouled back to the screen. Capacious getting right after it. 1-1 count with 2 outs here on the Bishop Garrigan shortstop. Huff's at second base right now for the Golden Bears. Byers looks in. Has what she wants and delivers. Capacious taking that one outside for a ball. 2-1 the count. Capacious with 8 walks total this season, and 5 of them coming within the past 5 games as she rips that one towards left, but it's caught on the backhand by Brandenburg. Throw to first base is off the bag, and everyone's going to be safe. Brandenburg caught that one-hop smash on the backhand, made the throw to first to try to get Capacious, but the first baseman Roganis was not on the bag, so Huff advances to third base. Capacious safe at first on the infield single, and now Darius Goshi will get a chance to hit. Goshi has reached on an air, and she has also hit a ringing double into the gap so far tonight. Goshi seeing the ball very, very well right now. She went 3 for 4 last night against Esterville Lincoln Central as she takes a called strike 1. Capacious will casually jog down to second as Lake Mills will let her have that base uncontested. So Huff's on third, Capacious at second. 2 in scoring position for Goshi. And she rips that one towards left field, well hit. Dagstead can't find it, and it's over her head. 2 runs are going to come in to score for Bishop Garrigan as Goshi's on her way to second base, and she's safe with another double. 5-1 Bishop Garrigan as they add 2 to the score. Well, at first I thought that was just going to be a fly out directly to Dagstead because she froze and was standing in one spot, but the sun is tough out there, and it looked like she could not locate the ball. It was well over her head. One hopped against the fence. And Bishop Garrigan rolling here 5-1 as they have scored now 3 runs in this 4th inning. And the first pitch to Marin is out of the zone for ball 1. Well, this continues a great trend for Goshi. Like we said, she went 3 for 4 last night. And that one is lined towards left field, racing over, diving, and missing it is Dagstead. Here comes Goshi to score. Marin's going to second base, and she will stop there for double. Hannah Marin with another base hit. She drives in a run, and Bishop Garrigan takes a 6-1 lead. And the Golden Bears have certainly maximized this 4th inning, punishing Lake Mills here with 2 outs. And it's not done yet. Here's Molly Peterson, 1 for 2 so far tonight, as Marin's now at second base. And Dagstead has had a tough inning out in left field. Golden Bears pulling line drives out there. Pitch in the dirt. Blocked behind home plate by Edwards. 6-1 Bishop Garrigan, top of the 4th inning. Golden Bears putting 4 runs on the scoreboard here in this frame. Marin on second as Peterson waves and misses at a high-end outside fastball. Count evens at 1-1. Well, I was just finishing up a point about Goshi when Marin just attacked the first pitch and doubled to left. Goshi hit 3 triples last night. She has 2 doubles tonight, so 5 extra base hits in the last 2 games. As Peterson hits a ground ball into right, and that's through for a base hit. Marin gets the stop sign at third, and it'll be runners at the corners with 2 outs for Bishop Garrigan. Well, that one snuck right in between first base and second base, but Anderson was playing very shallow in right field, so she got to that one quickly. Wise move to hold up Marin at third base and just keep the train rolling. This is the 9th batter of the inning to bat for Bishop Garrigan, and it's Kyra Dykey. She has struck out twice tonight, and she'll swing and miss the first pitch. Peterson's heading to second base, and Lake Mills will let her have that uncontested. So the forced play at second base is off the table. Runners at second and third for the Golden Bears. A base hit to left or center would likely score 2 runs, as there's a wave and a miss by Dykey, and she's down in the count 0-2. Even Anderson's backed up a little bit here in right field. So anything to the outfield very well could score 2. Peterson does have good speed at second base. As the 0-2 pitch, missing outside to Dykey. 1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Golden Bears batting around here in the 4th inning, trying to run away and hide from Lake Mills, up 6-1. Swing and a miss by Dykey. And the inning is over for Bishop Garrigan. But Golden Bears put 4 runs on the scoreboard, and they take a 4-1 lead, heading to the bottom of the 4th on Hometown Radio, KLGA.
Sports Club members bringing you this game on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
Kasuth Regional Health Center. Make KRHC your home for healthcare.
North Iowa Appliance, Highway 18 East Algona, where they sell the best and service the rest.
Tom Eischen Sales, your store in the country on Highway 18 West, Algona.
Greg Penning and Company, LLC, your tax service professionals in Algona and Bancroft, where everyone counts.
Yemlin Builders and Quality Apartments for Rent. Beauty and craftsmanship that will never go out of style.
Albert Electric. Flip the switch to Albert Electric. Call Neil at 320-0305.
Iowa Lakes Community College. Your community, your college.
Feed Mill Coffee Company in downtown Algona, where community connects.
All sponsors of this broadcast.
Bishop Garrigan scores 4 runs in the top of the 4th inning, that is, as we head to the bottom half of inning number 4. Lake Mills getting a chance to hit here. Bishop Garrigan now leading at 6-1 after a very, very productive inning. It'll be 7, 8, and 9 in the Lake Mills batting order, as Schaaf will miss in the dirt for first pitch to Donnie Byers for ball 1. Byers grounded out to second base her first time up, 0 for 1 tonight. As Schaaf now with a little bit of a cushion to work with. Schaaf was able to strand runners at first and second base back in the 3rd inning for Lake Mills. As the pitch to Byers is taken for a ball, 2-0 the count. Golden Bears, believe it or not, already have 12 hits so far in tonight's game. And they've also had a couple of defensive miscues by Lake Mills that they've taken advantage of. Pitch is over the plate for a called strike, 2-1 now on Byers, but everyone hitting in the Golden Bear lineup. Of course, every game we kind of circle Abby Capacious and say, what else will she do? But really, outside of Capacious, it has been up and down the lineup, 1 through 9, production all about. Multiple Golden Bears already with 2 hits in the game, and the ball being hit all over the yard as that one is flared foul first base side, and it'll head out of play with a 2-2 count now to Byers. Alexis Anderson, Keely Joint, the next 2 hitters for Lake Mills. Golden Bears 6-1 advantage right now. 2-2 to Byers. Downstairs, and Byers not offering at that one. Count will run full here against Schaaf. Bishop Garrigan trying to get some revenge from that May 27th loss against Lake Mills. Golden Bears only got 4 hits in that game as they already have 3 times that many tonight. And that one is ripped into right center field. That is down for a base hit for Byers. She's rounding first, heading to second as Goshi picks it off the wall. And she'll get it back into the infield as Byers has a stand-up double to start off the 4th inning. Well, that's a productive at-bat from the pitcher right there. And that's how you start off a response inning when you give up 4 runs. Work it to a 3-2 count and double in the right center field gap. So Byers will head back to the dugout, and Lake Mills will send a courtesy runner to second base. So nobody out, and Alexis Anderson getting set to hit. Anderson with a strikeout looking her first time up to the dish. Lake Mills trying to at least get something here. They have a runner in scoring position, and they've had at least 1 runner in scoring position each inning so far tonight. As that pitch will be ball 1. Back in the 3rd inning, Bishop Garrigan, again, they had runners on first and second with Garrigan defensively, that is, Schaaf pitching. Lake Mills got 2 runners on base, but they hit into a double play to end the inning. And that one is lined towards right, just out of the reach of the second baseman, Peterson, into right field. Getting the ball in quickly is Alish to the cutoff man, Montag, and moving up to third base is the courtesy runner as Anderson's on first with an opposite field single, so back-to-back base hits to start off in the bottom of the 4th for Lake Mills. And the Bulldogs certainly not rolling over here after going down 6-1. Bishop Garrigan will bring Marin in on the third base corner, playing her shallow here just in case of the safety squeeze. Joint batting. Reached on an error first time up. Hits near the front of the right-handed box. She squares to bunt, and she jabs and misses at it. Runner heading down to second base, and moving in there safely is Anderson as Bishop Garrigan will not throw down there. So now runners at second and third for Lake Mills as the double play here is off the table. And a couple runners in scoring position for Joint. Marin will still play shallow here at third, trying to cut off a potential run at home. And that one's going to be a little bit down and into Joint. Back to the top of the order after Joint, with Brandenburg due up next, as well as Rogstad after her. Nobody out, runners at second and third as we play in the bottom of the 4th inning on Hometown Radio KLGA Algona. Schaaf's pitch, up and away, 3-1. Schaaf, for the most part tonight, has had good control. She has walked 2 batters and hit 1 off a pitch, but has struck out 4 batters so far tonight. Schaaf is ready with the 2-1, and there's a swing and a miss. Got Joint to go after one. Maybe a little bit too low, but she fished for it. And now 2 strikes on Joint. Runners at second and third, nobody out. Bottom half of inning number 4. The next offering from Schaaf. Swing and a miss. Got Joint to chase an eye-high fastball that time, and that is K number 5 for Ella Schaaf. 1 gone in the 4th. Brandenburg will bat as it's back to the top of the order. Well, Schaaf has done a good job minimizing jams tonight as she had the bases loaded against her in the first inning with nobody out. Gave up just 1 run from that situation as Brandenburg with a shot into left field for a base hit. 1 run scores, and stopping at third base is Anderson. And on the throw to third base, Brandenburg moves up to second. So that'll be an RBI single out of the Lake Mills shortstop, and it's a 6-2 ball game. Brandenburg wasted no time that time, just inside-out swing, shot 1 into left field on the first pitch, and that's 6-2. Second base hit of the night for Brandenburg, and both those going to left field, which from a left-handed hitter, again, some good opposite field hitting, as the first pitch to Rogstad is fouled first base side. Rogstad a walk into strikeout looking so far tonight, and Lake Mills have a chance to jump right back into this ball game with 1 swing of the bat. 6-2 score. Bulldogs runners on second and third base, and only 1 out in the bottom of the 4th inning. Very ideal response to the Bishop Garrigan 4-run outburst, as that pitch misses for a ball downstairs to Rogstad. Count evens at 1-1. Or make that shave, takes a brief look at her wristband. Back onto the rubber and the pitch. In the dirt, scooped out by Dorning. And Rogstead working her way into a hitter's count here. 1 out, second and third, as it's Anderson at third base, Brandenburg at second. Schaaf winds and fires, and there's a swing and a foul directly back to the screen as the count evens here at 2 balls and 2 strikes from the Bishop Garrigan sophomore. Golden Bears and Lake Mills, sole possession of second place in the top of Iowa West on the line here tonight. Golden Bears 6-2 in the conference, Lake Mills 7-2. Schaaf winds and fires. Ground ball towards first base, knocked down by Montag, takes to the bag herself as that is the only play. A run comes in to score for Lake Mills as Anderson touches home plate, and that is an RBI ground out for Rogstead. Brandenburg's now at third base as the score is 6-3, but 2 gone here in the fourth. And Madison Edwards will bat. Edwards a ground out to short her last time up. 2 down now. Runner at third base. Schaaf's delivery. First pitch swinging, that's a line drive towards left field, and that is trouble. It'll one hop up the fence right in the corner. That'll be a double as going into second base is Edwards. Attacked the first pitch, double to left, and scores Brandenburg from third. And just like that, Lake Mills is right back into it. 6-4 as Bishop Garrigan's lead is trimmed down to 2. Well, that was just right down the left field line, and you could see immediately no chance for Bartola to get that one. Hit on a line, one hopped up against that 180 mark down around the left field foul pole, and Lake Mills could even add more here. Rognes batting, pitch in the dirt, it'll bounce past Dorning, and on her way to third base is Edwards. So 1-0 count now to Rognes. Single and a strikeout here tonight. Lake Mills scoring 3 runs in the 4th inning so far. And another big one waiting at third base potentially. Schaaf delivers downstairs and played well by Dorning as she takes a quick look to third base, but not going anywhere is Edwards. Schaaf behind in the count here, 2-0. 3 hits this inning. Actually make that 4 now after Edwards' double for Lake Mills. Schaaf takes a quick look at the wristband. The righty delivers. That is a check swing by Rognes, but she did not offer at it, and Schaaf is behind in the count here, 3-0. Jensen, the on-deck hitter. Runner at third base, and 2 down here in the 4th inning. Bishop Garrigan leading Lake Mills 6-4. Lake Mills trying to match a 4 by Bishop Garrigan with a 4 of their own, if they can get another run in this inning. 3-0 pitch coming from Schaaf. And she'll put that one right down the heart for a called strike as Rognes took that one all the way. Count goes to 3-1. Schaaf has worked her way back from being behind in a couple of counts so far tonight. We'll see if she can dig out a 3-0 here. Now she has it to 3-1 as the righty winds and delivers. And puts another one at knee level. That one a called strike. Count 3 balls and 2 strikes on Bryn Rognes. Runner at third, 2 outs. Schaaf trying to stop the Lake Mills rally right where it is. It is 6-4 as the Bulldogs have scored 3 here in the bottom half of inning number 4. Schaaf's full count pitch. And that is going to be a bit inside for ball 4. Rognes with a good eye to lay off it. And runners now at the corner for Lake Mills. So that is a great at-bat there from Rognes, the Bulldog first baseman. And Lake Mills will bring Bella Jensen up to the plate. Tying runs are on base. Go-ahead run at the dish as Jensen has struck out and walked so far tonight. I would not be surprised to see Rognes take off on this pitch and see if she can get a second runner in scoring position for Lake Mills. The delivery is a called strike. Rognes not moving as Dorning gets it back into the circle. 2 down, runners at the corners. As Jensen awaits the pitch from Schaaf. And she will take that one for a called strike as Dorning gives a brief look to third base, but again, Edwards not straying too far away that time. 6-4, the Bishop Garrigan lead, but Lake Mills pushing across a few runs here in the 4th, trying to get right back into it. The next delivery, and that is a called strike over the inside corner. 1 ball and 2 strikes here on Jensen. Bottom half of the 4th inning. Bishop Garrigan batted around in their half of the fourth. This is the 8th hitter of the inning for Lake Mills. The next pitch is inside, racing towards second base is Rognus, and there will be no throw from Dorning, so Rognus takes second base uncontested. And now it'll be runners at second and third with a 2-2 count here to Bella Jensen. Dagstead on deck. 2-2 count here from Schaaf as the righty delivers. Foul tip, and that one hits off the mask of Dorning, as we'll do it again with a 2-2 count. Jensen barely getting a piece of that one, but that's all you need to do with 2 strikes. Just spoil that pitch and live to fight another day. Most of the infield now in shadows here as we play in the 4th inning. Left field especially still dealing with the sun. We saw a little bit of a battle out there from Dagstead the last half inning. Bartolo shading her eyes out and left for Bishop Garrigan as it's a check swing on the 2-2 pitch, but Jensen did not go around on a pitch up high, and the count runs full at 3-2. So payoff pitch upcoming. Runners at second and third for Lake Mills. Edwards at third, Rognus at second. 3-2 count to Jensen. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Schaaf got her at the letter-high fastball as Schaaf has her second strikeout of the inning, and Bishop Garrigan is out of the 4th. But Lake Mills puts 3 runs on the scoreboard. They are back into it. 6-4 is the Bishop Garrigan lead as we head to inning number 5 on Hometown Radio KLGA and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream.
For Sports Club members, bringing you this game on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
Rental Zone, Highway 18 East in Algona. The tool and equipment rental specialist. Phone 395-RENT.
Dance Connection and Tumbling by Michelle. Passionate about teaching, creative about dance. Visit their studio at 1400 East Commercial in Algona or danceconnectionbymichelle.com.
Daylight Donuts, open early, serving yummy donuts, rolls, and great coffee. Located at 502 South Phillips Street.
Signworks for all your signage needs, as well as printed shirts, caps, and jackets. Stop in or call 295-9544.
Farm and Home Services. Check their mini listings at farmhomeservices.com.
Pizza Ranch. Eat in or delivery. Catering also available.
TAFE Wellness Center. Dr. Shane TAFE. Keeping athletes in the game with chiropractic care. Located at 105 South Phillips Street in Algona.
All sponsors of this broadcast.
5th inning between Lake Mills and Bishop Garrigan, as right now the Golden Bears hold a 6-4 advantage. Bishop Garrigan with 1 run in the 1st inning, as well as 1 in the 3rd and 4 in the 4th. Meanwhile, Lake Mills scored 1 in the 1st and 3 in the 4th inning. Very entertaining game so far. A lot of action tonight as Bishop Garrigan, after sending 9 hitters to the plate in the 4th inning, will bat here with 8, 9, and 1. Alish will lead things off, getting after the first pitch, rolling that in the hole between shortstop and third base into left for a base hit. Brandenburg laid out to try to dive and knock that one down, but she could not get a glove on it. And Alish, first pitch swinging, will be on base here to start things off for Bishop Garrigan. So Golden Bears tonight, I don't have an exact number of this, but they have had multiple hits on the first pitch here against Byers. They've had a lot of success swinging on the first pitch of the at-bat, as Montag is leaned back by a fastball. Montag has had a nice night at the plate. 2 for 2. She has singled and doubled. As Bishop Garrigan trying to answer right back. Montag squares to bunt, jabs at it, and fouls it back. Count will even up here at 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, when you face a team like Lake Mills, they are not going to roll over when you put 4 runs on the scoreboard, as Bishop Garrigan did in the 4th. Lake Mills scored 3 of their own in the bottom half of the inning, and now the Golden Bears have the chance to throw the next counterpunch. The pitch to Montag. She swings away at it and fouls it back to the screen. And the lefty is down in the count, 1-2. Bartolo up next, Dorning in the hole for Bishop Garrigan. Alish remains on first base for the Golden Bears, looking to snap a 2-game losing streak. The wind and the 1-2 pitch, and that is flied in the air towards fairly deep center field, but Rogstead drifts back a couple of steps, and she puts it away for out number 1 of the inning, as Alish has to head back to first base. Montag is retired, back to the top of the order here for Bartolo, as Bartolo's 0 for 3 so far tonight. Had an RBI ground out her most recent time up to the dish, back in that 4th inning when Bishop Garrigan was able to bat around. Golden Bears had the victory 8-3 over Belmont Clemmy on Monday. 9-1 loss to Central Springs on Tuesdays. That one is bounced towards second base. Joint has it, flips to first, and that flip is wild and gets away. Heading to third base is Alish. She'll round and take a look, but she will stay right there as Bishop Garrigan has runners on the corners with that error by Lake Mills. Well, that was a very short flip by Joint. She ranged a little bit towards first base to scoop that one up, but Bartolo was hustling down, and that put a lot of pressure on Joint to get the ball out of her mitt very quickly and try to flip that one to first base in time. And that one just wild. She rushed it a little bit, and the Golden Bears will look to capitalize on the better air here by Lake Mills. And it's a bunt attempt by Dorning, but she pulled it foul towards the third base dugout. 1 out. Bishop Garrigan with the runners at the corners with Alish on third. And Bartolo now at first base after reaching. Bishop Garrigan unofficially with 13 hits here tonight. Oh, 1 count to Dorning. The righty steps back into the box. Byers motions and delivers. As she'll put a fastball over the plate. Snap throw back down to third base, but diving in there safely is Alish. And Bartolo moves up to second base on the pitch. So Bishop Garrigan will take the double play out of consideration here, and they'll put 2 runners in scoring position. 1-1 right now to Dorning. The next pitch. There's a swing and a miss. And check that was an 0-2 count, so that is strike 3. And Dorning is gone. Scoreboard crossed me up that time, but that is out number 2 of the inning. And it'll be up to Abby Capacious to try to drive in some 2-out runs here for Bishop Garrigan, as the sophomore is 2 for 3 at the plate so far tonight. And I believe they may intentionally walk Capacious here, and that is what Lake Mills will do. So it's a smart play, I think, in this situation. You've got runners at second and third base, 2 outs, and that first base bag is open. So why face someone who's hitting over 670? But Darius Goshi has not been an easy out tonight. She has reached all 3 times, and she has doubled in her last 2 at-bats. We'll see what she does here. Goshi takes a pitch upstairs for ball 1. Well, this is what Bishop Garrigan needs. Capacious is going to continue to be walked here quite a few times throughout the course of the season. And Goshi has been making them pay for it as of late as she swings and fouls that one back to the screen for a strike. Count evens here at 1-1. And that's what you need out of your number 4 hitter. Again, that number 3 hitter traditionally is one of your best power hitters on the team that you slot into that spot, as Capacious is. And you need to have a very, very good number 4 hitter behind them in order to make pitchers feel bad about walking. As that is flared first base side, foul territory, out of play in the count 1-2. Goshi behind here, 1-2. She had a 2 for 3 performance at the plate first time Bishop Garrigan matched up with Lake Mills. Has done even more tonight with a couple doubles. Bases loaded, 2 down, 1-2 pitch. Flied in the air towards shallow center field. This will be a long run, and it's going to drop in between everyone. 1 run comes in to score for Bishop Garrigan. Here comes Bartolo with the second run, and she's in safely ahead of the throw. Goshi moves up to second on the throw to the plate. And when you're hot, you're hot. Everything drops in, as that is just a blooper right in between everyone. The second baseman Joint went out, gave it a look. Rogstead and Anderson in right field and center field both ran over to try to get to it, but that was just a perfectly placed bloop into right center field. Bishop Garrigan able to score 2 runs on that play, and they take an 8-4 lead. So Golden Bears scored 4 runs in the 4th. Lake Mills scored 3 in the 4th. Now Bishop Garrigan's answered back of 2 here in the 5th. And again, against a team that's scoring 9 runs per game with Lake Mills, as Marin flares that one, almost the exact same spot. Anderson races over, though, and she makes the catch for out number 3 of the inning. So Golden Bears keep the pressure on as Marin flies out to right field to end it. But Bishop Garrigan does score 2 runs here in the 5th. 8-4 Bishop Garrigan, as we'll head to the bottom half of the inning on Hometown Radio, KLGA.
If you're not filling with Cenex Premium Diesel, then you're not giving your fuel system the premium treatment. Cenex Roadmaster XL comes with a more complete additive package for a more complete burn, while restoring your power by up to 4.5% and your fuel economy by up to 5%. Typical number 2 diesel? I guess it covers the basics. Cenex Premium Diesel. Diesel that doesn't mess around.
Contact New Way K&H Cooperative, your certified Cenex distributor, at 1-800-445-4118.
For over 40 years, Northwest Iowa bone, joint, and sports surgeons have maintained one mission: to provide excellence in orthopedic care. Their team of 9 physicians offers specialized care in everything from arthroscopic same-day surgery to joint replacement, as well as hand and foot surgery, and have an orthopedic surgeon on call 24/7. Healthcare isn't about appointments, it's about taking care of people, and that's their specialty. Visit Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports Surgeons on the web at nwiabone.com.
Bishop Garrigan keeping the pressure on Lake Mills as the Golden Bears have an 8-4 advantage over the Lake Mills Bulldogs here in this top of Iowa West battle, and it has been a battle so far tonight. Bishop Garrigan grabbed the early lead, and they have maintained it since that point, but Lake Mills has just kept battling back into it. Every time it seems like Bishop Garrigan has been able to pull away a little bit in this game, Lake Mills has come up with a response, and they will want to get a response this half inning as well after Bishop Garrigan was able to score 3 in the 5th. As this inning for Lake Mills, they will look to have hitters number 6, 7, and 8 bat. Dagstead, Byers, and Anderson due to hit. As Schaaf will go back to work here for Bishop Garrigan. Golden Bears had 2 hits, ended up scoring 3 runs in that 5th inning. Did benefit from a Lake Mills error. As the pitch to Dagstead is dribbled at the plate, foul as that one hit off of Dagstead's shin in the batter's box for strike 1. Schaaf has struck out 5 Lake Mills batters so far tonight, facing a tough Bulldog lineup. As she motions and delivers the 0-1. First base side, fouls. That grounder will hit off the facing of the Bishop Garrigan dugout. And Schaaf able to work ahead here, 0-2. Lake Mills has been hurt defensively tonight by a couple of miscues as well. They had an error in the top half of the 5th inning as that pitch misses for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. But give the Golden Bears credit, they have continued to take advantage. Bishop Garrigan now with 14 hits so far tonight. The next offering from Schaaf. Tried to slow that one down, but the pitch drifted up and away, and the count will even up here at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And in spite of Bishop Garrigan having 8 runs tonight, they still have left 9 runners on base, so even could have been an opportunity for a few more runs in tonight's game as that pitch misses up and away for a ball. 2-2 the count. But you can't complain too much. Check that, 3-2 the count. You can't complain too much when you have an 8-4 lead against a Lake Mills team that shut you down offensively in the first matchup of the season. The next offering is inside for ball 4, and Schaaf will lose Dagstead on that one, so leadoff runner on for Lake Mills. Lake Mills sent 8 batters to the plate back on the 4th inning, and they started off the right way here in the 5th, as Byers will hit. Byers with a ground at the second base, and also a double into the right center field gap, her most recent time up to the plate. Dagstead at first as Schaaf delivers. Gets it over the zone for strike 1. Throw back down to first base, but Dagstead dives in there as the throw was a little bit off towards the right-hand side of Montag. Here's the windup by Goshi in the delivery. And that one is inside for a ball. Throw back down to first base. And in there with a dive safely is Dagstead. Schaaf tonight ends up going 4 innings for Bishop Garrigan. Again, those 5 strikeouts like we mentioned. We'll tabulate all the official stats here in a minute, but it has been a very full scoreboard tonight. As Goshi winds and fires upstairs, and that one heads to the backstop, but umpires are going to say that one hit Byers. So that one got a piece of Byers, and she will head down to first base. So they are going to say that one hit Byers in the helmet. There was a little confusion there as the Bishop Garrigan dugout was asking if that one maybe hit the bat, but the ball first hit the helmet, then glanced off the bat. So once that hits the helmet, it's a dead ball hit by pitch. So it'll be first and second. Dagstead to second. Byers to first as Goshi delivers a walk as well as a hit by pitch. So again, Schaaf's final numbers look like this. 4 innings pitched. She gives up 5 hits and 4 runs, just 3 of them earned. 5 strikeouts as Goshi tries to maintain the Bishop Garrigan lead. The delivery drifts outside for a ball. Alexis Anderson 1 for 2 so far tonight. She has singled to right field as well as struck out looking. Bishop Garrigan moved things around a little bit defensively as well. As the next offering is upstairs for a ball. 2-0 the count. Golden Bears have moved Bartolo over to center field. Looks like they've put Bodie out in left. And that is with Goshi coming in to pitch now. As the right-hander winds and fires. And that is upstairs for a ball. 3-0 the count. So Darius Goshi comes in, and she has had a little bit of trouble finding the zone in this fifth inning. And you'd have to think Anderson will have the take sign here. Lake Mills trying to get 3 runners on base to start. As that pitch is up and in for ball 4. So 4-pitch walk issued by Goshi as Dagstead goes to third base. The courtesy runner for Lake Mills heads to second base as they had a courtesy runner in for the pitcher Byers. And Anderson goes on to first. And this is the tying run heading to the dish with Keely Joint, the second baseman. She's reached on an errand. She has struck out so far tonight. The offering to Joint is upstairs for a ball way up high. And Goshi just does not have that release point so far in this one. Well, Goshi has walked 26 batters coming into tonight in 48 2/3 innings, so normally has kept the walks down, but so far tonight not commanding the strike zone as Joint will take a brief walk down towards third base. Talk of the Lake Mills third base coach. 1-0 count. And it's possible he may say, make her throw a strike, and then we'll see what happens after that. Bishop Garrigan possibly suspecting a bunt here as Marin kind of creeping in and playing very shallow at third base. Montag at first, playing shallow as well. Everyone charges for Bishop Garrigan as that pitch is taken for a called strike. Again, the whole infield looked like they were smelling bunt that time. Bishop Garrigan playing very shallow at the corners. And if a 1-1 count, that is still possibly on the table. Bases full of Bulldogs. The pitch, ground ball towards shortstop. Capacious has it. She's coming home. The throw is dropped, and the run is safe. The initial call there was out, but that was before the ball popped out of the glove of Dorning. And safe at the plate is Dagstead, so Lake Mills makes it 8-5. Bases still loaded with nobody out, and Joint is safe at first base. Well, that was a good throw by Capacious, but the runner, the ball, and Dorning were all arriving at the same place at the same time, and she just could not quite squeeze that one. I think now we're going to possibly have some discussion here between the umpires as to whether Dorning controlled that one long enough for it to be an out. They're saying it could possibly be a transfer, or at least that's what Bishop Garrigan is arguing. So the plate umpire and the field umpire will talk it over, and the call will stand as safe. Again, Bishop Garrigan argued that Dorning had it and tried to transfer it out, and that's when she dropped it. But that one looked on the field that was the right call. I do not believe that was a transfer. So Dorning could not hang on to it as it popped foul by Brandenburg. Dorning giving it a look, but it's on top of the third base dugout. So Lake Mills with 1 run in, and they still have the bases loaded. First, second, and third with nobody out here against Goshi. It has been walk, hit by pitch, walk, and then fielder's choice with that dropped ball at home plate. And now a very dangerous Natalie Brandenburg is hitting. 2 for 3 as she swings and misses at that one. Goshi gets ahead of her 0-2. Bishop Garrigan 8, Lake Mills 5. As the Golden Bears just cannot seem to run away from the Bulldogs. The next pitch, and that is down and away. Brandenburg not tempted by that one. Golden Bears scoring 1 run in the first, 1 in the third, 4 in the fourth, and 2 in the fifth. Lake Mills 1 in the third, 3 in the fourth, and so far 1 in the fifth, but could be a lot more. 1-2 count. Brandenburg bounces that one. Middle of the infield, and it sneaks through for a base hit. 1 run scores. Anderson burning around, heading to the plate. Relay throw, not in time. A 2-run single back for the middle by Brandenburg. The infield was pulled in, and nobody had a chance to get to that ball. It's a 1-run game as Lake Mills has scored 3 runs in the inning. Still nobody out. And runners are at first and second right now. Joint at second base. Brandenburg on first after that 2 RBI single. She's driven in 3 runs tonight. Oh, so they're going to pull a run off the scoreboard here. Wait a minute. I wonder if they're going to say there was possibly some kind of interference against Lake Mills, so Bishop Garrigan's going to catch a break here. The umpires will take 1 run off the scoreboard, and they will call it out at home plate. So make it 8-6. Didn't exactly see there as the pitch misses inside for a ball, 1-0 the count, but that'll be a big break here for Algona. So Brandenburg now with only 2 RBI instead of 3 after that one, 8-6. Runner still at first and second. And there's a ground ball towards shortstop. Capacious drops it, picks it back up, throw to first base. Yes, just in time for the out. Boy, that was very, very much a bang-bang play of Rogstead trying to beat that one out, but Capacious recovered just in the nick of time, has a very strong arm over there at shortstop, and gunned it over to get out number 2 of the inning. Runners move up to second and third base as Joints now at third, Brandenburg at second, 2 down. Again, Bishop Garrigan benefiting from that call at the plate as there's a roller towards third base, picked up by Marin. The throw across is in time for the out. Madison Edwards is retired on the first pitch, and Bishop Garrigan gets out of the fifth with a 2-run lead. Lake Mills responds with a couple runs as we go to the sixth on Hometown Radio KLGA, and Bishop Garrigan leading Lake Mills by a score of 8-6.
High school sports on Hometown and Home Country Radio, brought to you by these sports club members.
Algona Frame and Auto Body Collision Specialists, a total commitment to excellence.
Water Connection, from softeners to bottled water and service, call 295-SOFT.
Dump It, commercial and residential garbage. They do the dirty work so you don't have to.
Hy-Vee, use the fuel saver, fill your cart, fuel your car.
Algona Livestock Auction, Highway 169 North, sale every Monday.
Lusher Family Dentistry, serving your family since 1965 on Call Street in Algona.
Style Salon, your salon in Algona. Create yourself.
Farmers State Bank, proud to be part of our community for 125 years, with offices in Algona, Whittemore, and West Bend.
Chemco Tires, they're all you need to know about tires and service.
Sponsoring this broadcast on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
And we move to the sixth inning on Hometown Radio KLGA as Bishop Garrigan holding it an 8-6 lead over Lake Mills. Bulldogs scored 2 runs there in the bottom of the 5th inning, but again, Bishop Garrigan got out of an inning where it could have been much, much worse if the way it started, and they still have a 2-run lead as we get set to play here in the top of the 6th. Molly Peterson, Kyra Dykey, Sasha Olish batting this inning for Bishop Garrigan. And again, it looked like for Lake Mills, they were going to get a 2-run single from Brandenburg as she punched one through the infield. A couple runners came around and touched home plate, but then the umpires fought about it for a moment. They convened and they called one of the runners out at home as there was either some kind of interference or possibly just a legal slide on that play. So Bishop Garrigan benefited there. The run was pulled off the board and it stayed 8-6. But it'll be Peterson leading things off here for Bishop Garrigan as Byers goes back to work for her 6th inning pitching. Bishop Garrigan has certainly kept some major pressure on tonight as the Golden Bears have pounded out 14 base hits, 8 runs so far in tonight's game. Pitch to Peterson, backs her off the plate a little bit, and that'll be ball 1. Bishop Garrigan right now 6-2 in conference play. Lake Mills 7-2 as Peterson hits a roller towards the middle of the infield. Diving stop at second by Joint. Her throw to first base from her back is not going to be in time as Peterson beats that one out. That was very slowly hit, and Joint had to dive towards second base to just knock it down. And she was not going to be able to get enough on that throw lying on her side to get Peterson at first. So leadoff runner aboard for Bishop Garrigan. And Kyra Dykey batting. Tough night at the plate so far for Dykey as she has struck out in her first 3 at-bats. Pitch in the dirt. Peterson trying to go to second base, and she'll get there safely. Boy, Peterson got a great jump on that one. As soon as she saw the ball in the dirt, she took off, and Edwards did not bother with a throw that time. So Golden Bears will work a runner into scoring position. 1-0 count on Dykey. Or check that on Goshi. Or check that on Schaaf. There we go. We'll get it right eventually. Got my jersey numbers mixed up there. Schaaf will swing and miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. So Schaaf replacing Dykey in the batting order. The windup and the pitch. And Schaaf will take that for a ball, and she gets ahead here. 2 balls and 1 strike. Well, Schaaf so far this season for Bishop Garrigan, 5 hits and 28 at-bats. She has driven in 3 runs. As Schaaf swings and rolls that one towards shortstop. Brandenburg charges, only plays to first base, and she'll throw out Schaaf. And that'll be out number 1 of the inning, as Peterson is able to move up to third base on that slow roller. So Schaaf does her job, advances the base runner. And now Olish will be the batter for Bishop Garrigan. Olish so far tonight, 2 for 3. She's hit a couple of singles. Scored a run back in that 5th inning. The pitch to Olish, as she waves and misses at a fastball that time for strike 1. Well, the infield very, very shallow for Lake Mills. They are clearly going to try to cut off the run at home plate on any infield ground ball. They're trying to keep it a 2-run deficit here, and now every out precious late in this game as Olish pops that one foul back into the trees, and it's an 0-2 count. Lake Mills started off a little slowly offensively, just 1 run through the first 3 innings, but they scored 3 in the 4th and 2 in the 5th. Again, could have been more had several base runners left on base. 0-2 pitch. Olish lets that one go up and away for a ball, and the count goes to 1-2. Well, Olish did have a bloop single in her last at-bat, and a blooper to the shallow outfield would definitely drop in. Again, infield very shallow here. Looking to have an easier play at home. As the ball goes in the dirt, it's back to the screen. Here comes Peterson, and she slides in safely. Golden Bears get a gift run on a wild pitch, and it's a 9-6 Bishop Garrigan advantage. 2-2 count now on Olish. Well, once again, it's response runs. Bishop Garrigan scores in the top of the 4th. Lake Mills answers. Bishop Garrigan scores in the top of the 5th. Lake Mills answers. And now Bishop Garrigan with an answer of their own here in the top of inning number 6. So Peterson started that one off with a single, advanced to second base, and then ended up scoring after she got to third base on the wild pitch. Foul back to the screen by Olish. 2-2 count. A good base running by Peterson. Again, after the single, she advanced on the ball in the dirt that really did not get very far away from Edwards, but Peterson got a good jump on it. Then after Schaaf advanced to the third, she got another good jump as there's a called strike 3, and Olish is gone for out number 2 of the inning. So nobody on base. Zoe Montag getting set to hit, as she's 2 for 3 so far tonight. Single and a double, as well as a fly out to center field. 9-6 Bishop Garrigan. Top half of inning number 6 as Montag dribbles that pitch at home plate, but that will stay in the right-handed batter's box, and that'll be strike 1. 0-1 count. As Bartolo's drew up next, Dorning after that. Golden Bears leading at 9-6. First game between these two teams dominated by pitching. This one a little bit more of a shootout as Montag watches that one go by for a ball. Count even at 1-1. Well, the varsity baseball game to the field out in right center field. You can kind of see it here from beyond the softball field. If you're sitting along the third base line, that's just about to get underway as well as Montag rolls that one back into the circle. The throw to first base by Byers is in time, and Montag is out at first. Bishop Garrigan adds 1 run in the top half of the 6th inning, and Lake Mills will bat next on Hometown Radio, KLGA.
High school sports on Hometown and Home Country Radio, brought to you by these sports club members.
Catholic Charities, offering professional counseling services to families and individuals of all faiths. Learn more at cathchar.com.
Algona Plumbing and Heating, where a good flush always beats a full house.
Grassmasters, get tips and advice from their lawn care professionals. Grassmasters, growing satisfied customers.
American Glass, for all your glass needs. Think American.
Walker Chiropractic and Wellness, serving Algona, Sway City, and the surrounding areas with chiropractic, nutritional care, and physical therapy services.
Dr. Bill Stroman, giving you something to smile about.
CB Grain Solutions, satisfaction guaranteed.
Ruhnke Brothers Full Service. Experience the Ruhnke Brothers difference for all your auto service and repair needs.
Sponsoring this broadcast on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
Bottom half of inning number 6 as Lake Mills will get set to bat here, as they will have hitters number 4, 5, and 6 against Darius Goshi, getting set for her second inning of work. It was definitely a rocky fifth inning for Goshi as she allowed 2 runs. She ended up walking 2 batters during that inning and hitting a batter off a pitch as well, but regained her control towards the end and, again, limited the damage at least somewhat as Lake Mills stranded a couple of runners on base. Both teams have stranded a lot of base runners so far tonight. Specifically for Lake Mills, they have left 8 runners on base in this ball game, so that is pretty similar to what Bishop Garrigan has done. 9 runners stranded on base for the Golden Bears. So you see the score 9-6. You think a lot of offense, and it could be more for both sides. First pitch swinging. Rogness rolls it to short, and Capacious fires onto first base for a big out number 1 of the inning. Well, that should help Goshi out and help her get into a rhythm. 1 pitch, 1 out against Rogness. And that will bring the number 5 hitter in the batting order, Jensen, up to the dish. As Jensen has struck out a couple times tonight, she has also walked. 1 out, nobody on base as Goshi will deliver up and away for a ball. 1-0 the count. 9-6 Bishop Garrigan. Golden Bears leading Lake Mills, although Lake Mills has scored 5 runs over the past 2 innings as they have tried to close hard on the Golden Bears. Popped up first base side. Montag getting underneath it, and she'll put it away for out number 2. So quick start to the inning for Darius Goshi. She has thrown 3 pitches so far, and she has gotten 2 outs for the Golden Bears. And Bailey Dagstead will get set to bat. Lake Mills has not yet had an inning where they went 1-2-3 at the plate. And come to think of it, neither has Bishop Garrigan, so this could be the first 1-2-3 inning for either team if Goshi is able to retire Dagstead. Walked her last time up to the dish. 1-0 count right now from Goshi. The righty delivers. And that one is going to come a little bit down and in, and Goshi falls behind 2-0. Byers is scheduled to hit next for Lake Mills as the Bulldogs are down to their last 4 outs against the Golden Bears. Goshi's pitch, ground ball through the middle, and that one is on into center field for a base hit. Bartolo gets it back in quickly as Dagstead will be on first base with a 2-out single, her first base hit of the night. And Dottie Byers will get a chance to bat. Byers tonight has grounded out to second. She's doubled to right center, and she's been hit by a pitch. So Lake Mills trying to spark a 2-out rally with a runner on first base. As Byers will let that one go by. Throw back down to first base, and tiptoeing and getting back into the bag is Dagstead. She kind of went in awkwardly, wasn't sure if she was going to go diving back in or going back in standing, so she tried to do both, but she got back in there safely. 1-0 count. The wind and the pitch. Inside, and that hits Byers on the ankle. She'll take a minute to walk that one off as Byers is hit by a pitch for the second plate appearance in a row, and Lake Mills has something brewing here of 2 outs. Runners at first and second, and Alexis Anderson getting set to hit. And Lake Mills will immediately bring in a courtesy runner for Byers, who I'm sure is absolutely relieved by that, as she kind of gimps off the field here after that pitch hit her in the ankle. So runners on first and second for the Bulldogs. Tying run coming to the plate in the form of Alexis Anderson. Walked her last time up to the dish. She has singled and struck out tonight as well. First pitch swinging. Anderson fouls it directly back to the screen for a strike, 0-1. Bishop Garrigan trying to beat Lake Mills for the 11th time in 13 matchups. If you go back to the 2015 season, Lake Mills not going down quietly yet. Popped up behind the plate. Dorning discards the mask, but that ball gets down quickly, and Dorning can't get to it, as that'll be strike 2. 0-2 count on the number 8 hitter. Keely Joint due up next, as Anderson tries to battle back from 0-2 against Goshi. Bishop Garrigan Jr. is ready. Goshi's 0-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Goshi strands 2 runners on base as she strikes out Anderson looking, and Lake Mills is gone in the 6th. Well, Bishop Garrigan will try to fortify their lead as we head to the 7th and final inning on Hometown Radio KLGA and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream.
With over a decade of experience, Jake Ingalls Electric is here to handle any electrical job you could possibly have. From anything agricultural related to complex commercial wiring to something simple like installing a new outlet in your home, Jake Ingalls Electric does it all. Have your wiring done right and call Jake at 515-320-4286. Jake Ingalls Electric, shockingly good service.
When you need cash on the go, there's no need to pay a surcharge fee with MoneyPass. Iowa State Bank is proud to be part of the MoneyPass network of surcharge-free ATMs found nationwide. Look for the green and blue MoneyPass symbol on over 32,000 ATMs across the nation. Or find an ATM near your vacation spot or travel destination at MoneyPass.com. MoneyPass, another way that Iowa State Bank helps people succeed. Member FDIC.
Seventh inning on Hometown Radio KLGA. Bishop Garrigan trying to add to their 3-run lead as they lead Lake Mills 9-6. Golden Bears getting set to bat here with the top of the order scheduled to hit. Bishop Garrigan will actually use a pinch hitter as Marissa Ray gets set to bat, and she'll swing and miss the first offering of the inning from Dottie Byers for strike one. So Emmy Bartolo is being pinch hit for by Ray. Ray behind in the count, 0-1 for the Golden Bears. The next delivery is taken for a called strike, and the count quickly goes to 0-2. Ray with 1 hit and 29 at-bats so far this season for the junior. As Dorning and Capacious are scheduled to bat next. The pitch to Ray. Pops it foul, first base side, out of play. And she'll keep the count alive here, 0-2. Bishop Garrigan has scored in each of the last 3 innings. 4 runs in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th. As the wind and the pitch is popped up foul behind the screen. And that one is dropped by a fan in the bleachers. Well, we saw a fan make a nice barehanded catch earlier tonight, but that could not be replicated. Count is 0-2. Byers is ready. The next 0-2 pitch is swung on a dribbled foul, so Ray has been able to foul off 3 consecutive 0-2 pitches here from Byers. You wonder if Byers might try to go even a little further out of the strike zone in the next one to see if Ray will keep swinging, but Ray has fouled off some borderline pitches. 0-2 again. That's a roller towards third base, and you guessed it, it goes foul. 4 fouls in a row now for Ray. Ray has seen 6 pitches in this at-bat. All strikes from Byers, who has not been able to put her away. Byers has struck out 6 Golden Bears so far tonight. Same as her total the first time these two teams matched up. Bishop Garrigan has definitely had quite a few more hits tonight, though, as that pitch is downstairs to Ray on pitch number 7 of the at-bat. 1-2 the count. Well, Ray quickly got down 0-2 in the count, but she is having a really good pinch-hitting at-bat here to lead off the top of the 7th. This will be pitch number 8. The wind and the delivery in the dirt. 2-2 count here to Ray. So she went down 0-2. She fouled off 4 2-strike pitches in a row. And now she's taken 2 pitches out of the zone from Byers. Here's pitch number 9 of the at-bat. Up and away for ball 3. 3-2 the count to Ray. So a double-digit pitch at-bat. And Ray 1 pitch away here from getting on base to start off the top of the 7th. Byers motions and delivers. Inside for ball 4. Great at-bat that time from Ray. Down 0-2 in the count. Fouls off 4 pitches, then takes 4 balls in a row, and Byers loses her on that one. I'll tell you what, there is nothing more frustrating than an at-bat like that if you're the pitcher. You did everything right. You got ahead 0-2. You put 4 pitches close enough where Ray had to swing at them and just spoil them foul, and then Byers just lost control there for the last 4 pitches, so Golden Bears will lead things off of a runner on base, and Dorning getting set to hit. Dorning 1 for 3 tonight, singled her first at-bat. She's also been on base with a hit by pitch. Bishop Garrigan does pinch run at first as Dorning bunts it in the air towards first base, and the only plays to first is Rogness fields it to Joint, who covered the bag, and Dorning sacrifices the runner to second, but does her job. So the pinch runner moving up for the Golden Bears was Bartolo after Ray got on base. So Golden Bears with a runner at second, and Abby Capacious getting set to hit. 2 for 3 with a couple of singles. Capacious was intentionally walked the last time. And we'll see if Lake Mills will pitch to her here. Looks like they are going to at least start the pitch to her, as Capacious lashes that one foul, got out in front of that one, ripped it down the third base side, but she was ready to go and very early on that swing as the count goes to 0-1. Runner at second base is Bartolo. Capacious, right now number 2 in the entire state in batting average. As she takes that one upstairs for a ball, 1-1 the count. Well, so far tonight, Capacious, by going 2 for 3, has actually lowered her season batting average. But she can raise it if she gets a hit here. 1-1 pitch. That is upstairs for a ball, 2-1 the count. Runner on second base with 1 out for Bishop Garrigan as we play in the top of the 7th. 9-6 Golden Bears, but the way Lake Mills has swung the bat the last few innings, Golden Bears could really use that insurance run. That one is about chin level for Capacious as she lays off. 3-1 count. Well, Capacious will gear up here and look for one right down the middle. You'd have to think Byers with the first base open. Won't be too aggressive here. 3-1 pitch, and that is a called strike on the black. Count goes to 3-2. Not a hitter's pitch that time, so Capacious laying off. Full count on Bishop Garrigan's number 3 hitter. Comes back in. The wind and the pitch. Upstairs for ball 4. Capacious draws a walk, so a good at-bat from Capacious, and she'll head to first base. It's Bartolo on second, Capacious on first, and now Darius Goshi, who has had an unbelievable night so far. By my unofficial scorebook, Goshi reached on an air her first time. Then she doubled in her next 2 at-bats and singled in the 5th. Goshi's driven in 4 runs, grounder back to the circle. Brief look to second by Byers, but her toss to first base is in time to retire Goshi as the runners move up to second and third for Bishop Garrigan. Well, Byers took a quick look at second base, but I don't think anyone was able to cover the bag quite in time for Byers to throw there, so she went the safe way to first to retire Goshi. And Goshi out for the first time tonight. So Bartolo on third, Capacious at second, and Marin will take ball 1. Well, Marin has hit a couple balls very hard tonight. 2 doubles tonight. Doubled back in the 3rd, but was thrown out trying to stretch it into a triple, but then doubled in the 4th and drove in a run. Pitch to Marin is upstairs for a ball. 2-0 count. Peterson's due up next for Bishop Garrigan. With runners on second and third, Golden Bears up 9-6. The pitch from Byers, and that one is hit in the air towards right field. Racing over and making the catch is Anderson. Anderson had to move about 10 steps towards the right, and Marin is retired on a flyout to right for the second at-bat in a row. So Golden Bears cannot add to their lead. They will have a 3-run advantage heading to the bottom of the 7th as last chance time for Lake Mills is coming up next on Hometown Radio, KLGA.
If you're not filling with Cenex Premium Diesel, then you're not giving your fuel system the premium treatment. Cenex Roadmaster XL comes with a more complete additive package for a more complete burn, while restoring your power by up to 4.5% and your fuel economy by up to 5%. Typical number 2 diesel? I guess it covers the basics. Cenex Premium Diesel. Diesel that doesn't mess around.
Contact New Way K&H Cooperative, your certified Cenex distributor, at 1-800-445-4118.
For over 40 years, Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports Surgeons have maintained one mission: to provide excellence in orthopedic care. Their team of 9 physicians offers specialized care in everything from arthroscopic same-day surgery to joint replacement, as well as hand and foot surgery, and have an orthopedic surgeon on call 24/7. Healthcare isn't about appointments, it's about taking care of people, and that's their specialty. Visit Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports Surgeons on the web at nwiabone.com.
Lake Mills down to their final 3 outs as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Darius Goshi trying to close it out as the first pitch is popped up by Joint. Dorning gets back to the screen and she puts it away. Dorning discarded the mask, quickly got back to the screen, did a great job picking up the ball that time. That is a much tougher play than it looks like for a catcher, and that is a quick out number 1 of the inning. So good start for Goshi. Back to the top of the order to Brandenburg, who's 3 for 4 tonight with 2 runs driven in. The first offering to Brandenburg is taken out of the zone for a ball, 1-0 the count. While Brandenburg has doubled to left, and she singled twice so far tonight. 1 to left field and 1 back up the middle. 1-0 count. Goshi's pitch is hit foul out of play as that one will head onto the street. That is to the left of this playing field. 1-1 count on Brandenburg. Wogstead due up next. Edwards in the hole for Lake Mills. Lake Mills tonight, 1 run in the first, 3 in the fourth and 2 in the fifth. The wind and delivery from Goshi is hit down the left field line again, and that one is just foul. That kicked up grass, but not grass of white paint on it, as it was fouled by about 3 or 4 inches that time. Brandenburg tried to punch one the other way, just like she did in her first at-bat, but it'll be a 1-2 count instead. Goshi is ready. The 1-2 offering. And that's a roller towards second base. Peterson knocks it down, but it deflects into right field for a base hit. Brandenburg rounds first. She heads to second base. The throw is there, and it is dropped at second base. The ball and Brandenburg arrived at the same time as she slid in. I believe that throw might have hit Brandenburg on the leg, so she is safe at second base. And that'll be a runner in scoring position here for Lake Mills. Not a ton Peterson could have done on that one. Ranged towards first base, and even if she had fielded that one cleanly, there was no one at first base, and Brandenburg likely would have beaten that one out, but Brandenburg got to second on the deflection. So Rogstead hitting, and Rogstead swings and misses at a first pitch fastball for strike one. Brandenburg at second, Rogstead batting. Edwards on deck as we have one out in the bottom of the seventh. Bishop Garrigan looking to snap a 2-game losing streak and trying to take second place in the conference. There's a blooper towards right field by Rogstead, and that one is going to drop, and it's down for a base hit. Rogstead will try for 2. Ball gets back into Montag quickly, as stopping at third is Brandenburg, but Rogstead bloops one in there for a double, just perfectly placed right on the line, and Alish could not get there, so it'll be 2 runners on base for Lake Mills, and here is the tying run in the form of Madison Edwards. Edwards has doubled tonight as well as reaching on an error. She has grounded out twice, so 2 for 4 for Edwards. He's hitting .438 with 15 RBI this season coming into tonight. Takes ball 1 from Goshi, 1-0 the count. Rogness on deck as Brandenburg's at third base, Rogstead at second. Goshi's 1-0. Upstairs for a ball, 2-0 the count. Well, this is Goshi's third inning of work. Schaaf pitched 4 innings tonight, and she is in line to get the victory for Bishop Garrigan if the Golden Bears can close out Lake Mills here in the seventh. This game very evenly matched and very entertaining, as there's a called strike. Finding the zone is Goshi, and the count goes to 2-1. 9-6 Bishop Garrigan, bottom of the seventh inning from Lake Mills. Goshi's 2-1. And reaching for that one and tapping it foul at the plate is Edwards. Edwards fortunate that one had a little backspin on it because that hit in fair territory in front of home, but spun back into her leg while she was still in the batter's box for a foul. That one had stayed out in front of the plate. Dorning could have just reached out, grabbed that one, and tagged Edwards for an out. But 2-2 count. Edwards still alive. The pitch in the dirt, blocked by Dorning. Count full at 3-2. First base is open, but I would imagine the last thing Goshi wants to do is put the game-tying run on base and bring the game-winning run up to the plate. 3-2 pitch. And that one is hit hard towards center field. Racing back Bartolo, and that one's over her head. In a one-hop against the fence. Brandenburg coming home to score. Rogstead right behind her, and Edwards into second base with a double. Well, things are getting a little hairy here in the bottom of the seventh for Bishop Garrigan. It is a one-run game, and the tying run is at second base. It'll be the number 4 hitter, Bryn Rogness. Edwards doubles over the head of Bartolo. That one just straight away dead center field. And Rogness, 1 for 3 tonight. She has singled and walked. And we'll have time called here as Bishop Garrigan will have a full infield conference in the pitching circle to talk things over with Darius Goshi. Well, Goshi has not quite had her A-plus stuff tonight. The control has been off and on, and Lake Mills has had a couple hard-hit balls, including that one from Edwards. But Goshi still has a chance to close it out here. 9-8 Bishop Garrigan. They have a 1-run cushion over Lake Mills. Boy, whatever team loses this game here tonight is going to feel like one really got away. Both of these teams have certainly had many opportunities to win tonight. You could make an argument either way. Edwards at second, Rogness batting, and that pitch is a little bit high for ball 1. So Rogness represents the winning run. Edwards, the tying run, is at second. Outfield slightly deeper than normal for the number 4 hitter. As Rognus hits a slow roller towards short, Capacious has it. She'll go to first for the out. Montag throwing to third. The slide, the tag, and safe at third base is Edwards, and she gets in just ahead of the play. Well, Capacious quickly got it to first base. Didn't really look Edwards back to second a whole lot, but Edwards froze while the ball was in front of her. Capacious got it to first, though, in time for out number 2, and Montag nearly got Edwards at third that time, but Edwards knew what she had and made it. So Jensen will be the hitter. Jensen tonight looking for her first hit as that pitch is a called strike. 0 for 3 with 1 walk is Jensen. 0-1 count. You've got to watch out for the wild pitch as well in this situation, as Edwards will likely try to score on anything back to the screen. 0-1 count. Goshi's pitch. That one is lined towards right field. It's down for a base hit. Lake Mills is going to tie the game at 9. Jensen with her first hit of the night shoots a line drive the other way, and we've got a brand new ball game. 9-9, bottom of the 7th. Opposite field hitting coming through here with Jensen's first RBI of the night. And Bailey Dagstead will be the hitter. Singled her last time up, and now the game-winning run is at first base. And I believe Lake Mills will elect to put a pinch runner in the game. So they'll add some speed on first base. I believe that may be Ava Moen. So Dagstead will be the hitter. Byers on deck. And now Lake Mills turns their attention from trying to survive to trying to win it here in the 7th. Back and forth game. Bishop Garrigan at one point led by a score of 6-1. Lake Mills cut it to 6-4 as that one is rolled towards second base. Peterson knocks it down, scoops to second, and she'll get the out there. Molly Peterson had the ball scored out of her glove, but she pinned it into her body, scooped it to Capacious, who covered the bag, and the Lake Mills Bulldogs are done in the 7th. But not before they tie the game. 3 runs on the scoreboard for Lake Mills, as we will head on to the top of the 8th. Bonus softball time here on Hometown Radio KLGA. As we'll head to the 8th, it is a 9-9 tie ball game.
More Sports Club members bringing you this broadcast.
Jensen Chiropractic, care for the whole family.
Countryside Barbecue Sauce, 2 sauces for all seasons.
Erpelding Excavating, let them take care of your grading, excavating, and drainage needs.
Farm Bureau Financial Services, coverage and protection for what matters most. Visit with local agents David Weiss, Jason Brace, Daniel Folk, and Michael Toll.
Sudol Tax and Accounting, full-service tax and accounting services from the professionals at Sudol Tax and Accounting. Call 395-1040. They see beyond the numbers.
Holmes Animal Clinic, caring for your pets from their location at Highway 18 East. They now have an indoor unit to serve equine, cattle, sheep, and goats. Also on-site boarding for cats and dogs.
Oakcrest Funeral Services, helping families celebrate a life lived.
All members of the Sports Club bringing you this game on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
Back here on Hometown Radio KLGA as we have bonus softball action. Dottie Byers back out for her 8th inning of work. Bishop Garrigan and Lake Mills all locked up at 9. Well, we had bonus baseball last night. Bishop Garrigan and Pocahontas area going into extra innings. And tonight it's Bishop Garrigan softball getting to play in extras. And no, folks, sorry, I don't get paid overtime for these ones, so bonus baseball all around. Peterson batting as it's a 1-1 count. It'll be Peterson this inning, as well as Schaaf for Bishop Garrigan and Olish, as that'll be ball 2, 2-1 the count. Peterson 3 for 4 tonight, as she has sprayed ground balls all around the infield. She's been able to reach base again 3 times in 4 at-bats, and she'll flare one towards right, but that one's going to hook out a play foul, as the count will even up here 2-2 on the Bishop Garrigan freshman. Lake Mills tying the game in the 7th. They scored 3 runs. Started off the inning with Joint popping out, but after that, Brandenburg singled, Rogstead doubled, Edwards doubled for a 2-run double, and that ended up tying the game, or making a 1-run game, excuse me, as that one is fouled first base side again, count staying 2-2. So Edwards doubled to make it a 1-run game, and then eventually Bella Jensen reached on a single, and that single by Jensen was the game-tying base hit. So a couple RBI in the 7th by Edwards, 1 by Jensen, And we're locked up at 9. Peterson pops it up again. First base side foul. And now she's spoiled back-to-back 2-2 count pitches here from Byers. Lake Mills has been charging here in the late innings. Again, Bishop Garrigan led by as many as 5 at one point. These two teams have just traded runs back and forth here pretty much all throughout the second half of this ball game. 2-2 to Peterson, trying to get the leadoff runner on base. Swing and a miss. Letter high fastball, and Peterson could not catch up to it, as that is out number 1 for Bishop Garrigan. Schafel hit. Her first at-bat of the game came in the 6th inning as she grounded out to shortstop. Right-handed batter for the Golden Bears. 1 out. And the pitch is down in the dirt from Byers for ball 1. Bishop Garrigan tonight, 15 base hits, but the Golden Bears have left 11 runners on base. The pitch rolled towards third base, and it'll be bobbled, and that'll be an error. That one right in between the wickets of Jensen, hit off her glove and just rolled right through the legs. So Schaaf able to reach first base on a defensive miscue by Lake Mills. That is their 3rd error of the night. So Schaaf on first, and we will see a runner come in for Schaaf. That'll be Violet Bodie heading to first base for Bishop Garrigan, I believe. Number kind of blocked right now, but Golden Bears will have a pinch runner in the game. And batting here is going to be Alish. Montag in the on-deck circle for Bishop Garrigan is, again, runner on first, 1 out. 9-9 tie game. Golden Bears 1 run in the first, 1 in the third, 4 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth, and 1 in the sixth. Alish has 2 base hits and 4 at-bats so far tonight. Did strike out looking her last time up. First pitch, fly ball, fairly deep right field, hooking towards the corner. Running catch in the corner by Anderson. Anderson caught that one in foul territory, had a very long way to go to try to make the play on that one, but Alish is retired. So that is going to be out number 2 of the inning on the fly out to right field, and a runner will stay at first for Bishop Garrigan. Montag will be the hitter right now. Left-handed batter for the Golden Bears. 2 for 4 tonight. The pitch to Montag. Gets right after it, but she swings and misses on the fastball right at the letters. Well, Byers has not shown any signs of fatigue here tonight, in spite of some very long, laborious at-bats against these Golden Bear hitters. The wind and the pitch. Another swing and a miss. Went with the exact same spot that time and powered it past Montag again. 0-2 count. 9-9 tie, Bishop Garrigan and Lake Mills as we play here in extra innings, top of the 8th. Byers' pitch. Montag pops it up, fouls. That one's heading back to the street, out of play. And about 6 little kids scramble out onto the road to go get that foul ball. 0-2 count, 2 outs, runner at first base for the Golden Bears. The next offering, and a swing and a miss. Byers with her second K of the inning. Got the fastball by Montag, and the Golden Bears cannot push across any runs in the top half of inning number 8. Well, Lake Mills has a chance to win it coming up next. 9-9 ties. We head to the bottom of the 8th. Can the Golden Bears survive one more inning? We'll find up next on Hometown Radio, KLGA Algona.
More Sports Club members bringing you this broadcast.
Jensen Chiropractic, care for the whole family.
Countryside Barbecue Sauce. 2 sauces for all seasons.
Erpelding Excavating, let them take care of your grading, excavating, and drainage needs.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. Coverage and protection for what matters most. Visit with local agents David Weiss, Jason Brace, Daniel Folk, and Michael Toll.
Sudol Tax and Accounting. Full-service tax and accounting services from the professionals at Sudol Tax and Accounting. Call 395-1040. They see beyond the numbers.
Holmes Animal Clinic, caring for your pets from their location at Highway 18 East. They now have an indoor unit to serve equine, cattle, sheep, and goats. Also on-site boarding for cats and dogs.
Oakcrest Funeral Services, helping families celebrate a life lived.
All members of the Sports Club bringing you this game on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
Darius Goshi goes back to work for Bishop Garrigan. Bottom half of the 8th inning as Byers will hit for Lake Mills. And she takes ball 1 downstairs. Well, Goshi is going to have to find a way to get in the zone here in the 8th inning. Lake Mills with a chance to win it as we are tied at 9. Byers, Anderson, and Joint at 7, 8, and 9 scheduled to bat for the Bulldogs. 1-0 count, and now 1-1 as Goshi finds the strike zone. Ella Schaaf went 4 innings tonight, and this will be inning number 4 of work for Darius Goshi as we are tied at 9. Lake Mills with a dramatic 3-run rally in the 7th inning to come back from 9-6. There's a roller towards the circle. Schaaf fields it cleanly. Routine throw to first, and Byers is out number 1 of the inning. Always big to get the leadoff batter out, and Alexis Anderson will bat. Anderson with 1 base hit and 1 walk. She has also struck out twice tonight. A strikeout victim her most recent time up to the plate. As Goshi gets back to work, winds and delivers, and bowled that one in there as the pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. 1-0 the count. This game has lived up to the hype. Bishop Garrigan and Lake Mills, 2 of the top teams in the top of Iowa West. This game has had playoff-type intensity to it. The next offering is upstairs for a ball. 2-0 the count. And really, playoffs just about 2 weeks away, so like we said last night during the baseball game, those will be arriving before we know it. 2-0 delivery from Goshi. Popped high in the air, middle of the infield. Capacious calls everyone off, and she makes the catch on the second base side of second for out number 2 of the inning. So a couple softly hit balls, a couple routine outs here to start off the inning for Lake Mills. And again, as we play in the bottom of the 8th, no team has had a 1-2-3 inning so far tonight, but that could change here for Darius Goshi. So far, stress-free first 2 outs as Joint will be the hitter. Marin creeping in from third base, keeping an eye on a possible bunt as the pitch is down in the dirt for ball 1. 9-9 tie game, Lake Mills and Bishop Garrigan. Lake Mills with 12 hits so far in this game. Bishop Garrigan has 15 hits. The next pitch, fouled directly back to the screen, and we'll have 1-1 count. 2 down, nobody on base. 9-9 tie game as there's a 1-1 count here on Joint. The Lake Mills freshman awaits the next pitch, and she'll let that one go a little bit outside for a ball. 2-1 the count. This is a key out for Goshi. You do not want to have to face Brandenburg, who's 4 for 5, as Brandenburg is due up next. Goshi's delivery, popped in the air, middle of the infield again. Capacious calling everyone off. She comes to the second base side of second again, and she'll put it away for out number 3 of the inning. So for the first time tonight, a 1-2-3 inning as we will head to the 9th. 8 innings, not enough to decide this one on Hometown Radio, KLGA.
For Sports Club members, bringing you this game on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
Rental Zone, Highway 18 East in Algona. The tool and equipment rental specialist. Phone 395-RENT.
Dance Connection and Tumbling by Michelle. Passionate about teaching, creative about dance. Visit their studio at 1400 East Commercial in Algona or danceconnectionbymichelle.com.
Daylight Donuts, open early, serving yummy donuts, rolls, and great coffee. Located at 502 South Phillips Street.
Signworks for all your signage needs, as well as printed shirts, caps, and jackets. Stop in or call 295-9544.
Farm and Home Services. Check their many listings at farmhomeservices.com.
Pizza Ranch. Eat in or delivery. Catering also available.
TAFE Wellness Center. Dr. Shane TAFE. Keeping athletes in the game with chiropractic care. Located at 105 South Phillips Street in Algona.
All sponsors of this broadcast.
We go to the top of inning number 9 on Hometown Radio KLGA. 9-9 tie as Bartolo dribbles the first pitch, first base side foul, and that'll be strike 1. Back to the top of the order for Bishop Garrigan with Bartolo, Dorning, and Capacious set to hit this inning. Well, we're in extra innings. Neither team scoring in the 8th, so here we are on the 9th. Bartolo so far tonight has reached on an error. She lines that one foul into the dugout. Look out in there, everybody. 0-2 count for Bartolo after fouling off a couple pitches to the first base side. Bishop Garrigan has stranded 12 runners on base so far tonight, but they have had traffic every inning. 0-2 to Bartolo, and that one's a little bit down and away. Bartolo with a good eye to lay off. Count goes to 1-2. Byers continuing to work here for Lake Mills. She has battled through what has been a very gritty Bishop Garrigan lineup here tonight. Downstairs for a ball. Count evens at 2-2 to Bartolo. And that has definitely been a trend. A lot of Garrigan batters have just picked out the first pitch and lined it for a base hit, but when the Golden Bear batters have worked deep into the count, they have been hard to put away if 2 strikes. There's a swing and a foul back to the screen. Boy, Bartolo got on top of that one and barely got a piece, but barely getting a piece is staying alive, so it'll be a 2-2 count once again. Bartolo trying to set the table here as Bishop Garrigan gets into the middle of their batting order. Golden Bears last scored during the 6th inning as the pitch popped in the air, first base side foul, and we'll do it again here for a 2-2 count. And I know I keep stressing on this, but I really can't say how many times tonight I've been impressed by the way Bishop Garrigan hitters have battled of 2 strikes and had very long at-bats here against Byers. I mean, it just has to be frustrating out there pitching and just continuously having 2-strike pitches fouled off. As there's a little dribbler to the right of the circle, picked up by Byers, throw to first base, just in time to get the speeding Bartolo for out number 1. So 1 up, 1 down for Bishop Garrigan in the top of the 9th. And it'll be Dorning hitting. Dorning sacrifice bunted her last time up. Her lone hit of the game came back in the 1st inning. That was the first hit of many tonight for Bishop Garrigan. The pitch to Dorning. Pops it up towards first base. Rogness underneath it, and she'll put it away for out number 2. So much like Lake Mills went down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 8th, Bishop Garrigan here in the top of the 9th has gone 2 up, 2 down. And now it is up to Abby Capacious to keep things moving. Capacious 2 for 3 tonight. She has also walked twice in addition to hitting 2 singles. She's hit 4 homers tonight, or on the season, I should say, as there's a swing and miss by Capacious. That'd be something if she had hit 4 homers tonight, but 4 homers so far this season, and boy, would she love to put one into orbit right now. 0-1 count. The right-hander steps back into the box. The pitch popped in the air, first base side, foul territory, and that one drops out of the reach of Rogness. Gave it a look as it dropped in play, but that one did not have very much air underneath it. But Capacious now down in the count here, 0-2. Well, that's been a trend here to Capacious. For the most part, there's only been 1 at-bat where Byers has really fallen behind Capacious. She has attacked her of strike 1 and strike 2 and tried to put Capacious in defense mode. 0-2 pitch, popped up foul, and that'll be out of play to the first base side, and we'll do it again with an 0-2 count. And once again, the Golden Bear hitters not going down easily here of 2 strikes. Goshi due up next. Capacious trying to spark something here of 2 outs. 9-9 tie, 9th inning. Capacious with a hard ground ball to shortstop, and it eats up Brandenburg and gets through into left for a base hit. That one hit right on the nose by Capacious, and it went right through the legs that time of Brandenburg as she could not get the glove down in time. So Abby Capacious will be on first base, and that'll give Darius Goshi a chance to bat. Goshi grounded out to the pitcher her last time up, but she has been on fire here tonight. 4 runs driven in. She's doubled twice and singled. And she will take that for a called strike. Capacious dives back into first base, and the throw is not quite in time. Well, Capacious has stolen 23 bases this season, leading the top of Iowa West. It would be a risky play, but perhaps she'll take off at some point in this at-bat and try to get into scoring position for Goshi. 0-1 count. There goes Capacious. It's a high pitch. Good one to throw on. Throw down to second. Is not in time. Capacious slides in behind. Boy, that throw came in on a line, but it was fielded in front of the second base bag by Brandenburg, and there was no chance to reach back there and tag Capacious out. So that's steal number 24 of the season. Runner in scoring position. 1-1 to Goshi. A swing and a foul back to the screen. Now a 1-2 count. Capacious on second base. 2 down here in the top of the 9th. Darius Goshi looking for a 5th RBI of the night, trying to play hero for Bishop Garrigan. Ball in the dirt, scooped out nicely by Edwards. And Edwards will run back out there, making sure Capacious is staying at second. 2-2 count. The right-handed hitting Goshi back into the box. Byers ready. And that is a line drive back to the circle. Byers knocks it down. It deflects right to second. Throw to first base is in time. Oh, what a play. That ball smoked Byers on the wrist, but it perfectly deflected to Joint at second. Joint through to Rognus at first base, and it was in time to get Goshi. That is 1-4-3 on the out that time. Tough break for Bishop Garrigan as Goshi could not have hit that one much harder, but Golden Bears will strand Abby Capacious, and Lake Mills will have another chance to win it. We head to the bottom of the ninth on Hometown Radio, KLGA.
When you need cash on the go, there's no need to pay a surcharge fee with MoneyPass. Iowa State Bank is proud to be part of the MoneyPass network of surcharge-free ATMs found nationwide. Look for the green and blue MoneyPass symbol on over 32,000 ATMs across the nation. Or find an ATM near your vacation spot or travel destination at MoneyPass.com. MoneyPass, another way that Iowa State Bank helps people succeed. Member FDIC.
With over a decade of experience, Jake Ingalls Electric is here to handle any electrical job you could possibly have. From anything agricultural related to complex commercial wiring to something simple like installing a new outlet in your home, Jake Ingalls Electric does it all. Have your wiring done right and call Jake at 515-320-4286. Jake Ingalls Electric, shockingly good service.
Bottom of the ninth inning on Hometown Radio KLGA and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream. And everyone getting their money's worth tonight. Bonus softball as Brandenburg rolls that one to short. Capacious has it, fires to first, and it's one step ahead of Brandenburg for out number one of the inning. One pitch, one out for Darius Goshi here in the top of the ninth. Brandenburg now 4 for 6 on the night. Finley Rogstad will hit. Goshi worked a 1-2-3 eighth inning, trying to do that again here in the ninth. But going through a tough 1-2-3 in the Lake Mills order. It's been an eventful night all around as we are tied at 9 in the ninth. Fouled back to the screen by Rogstad. You're listening to high school softball here on Hometown Radio KLGA as we are live from Lake Mills for this one. A top of Iowa West game that has been played at a very, very high intensity tonight. 0-1 count. Goshi motions and delivers. That one got away, up and away. 1-1 count to Rogstad. Rogstad 1 for 4 so far tonight. She's also walked. Doubled her last time up to the plate. Part of that 7-inning, 3-run rally. Downstairs as Goshi bounced that one in. Count 2-1. Well, this is Goshi's 5th inning of work. When she replaced Chafe, I'm not sure that Goshi necessarily expected a full night of work like she's getting here tonight, but she is getting her money's worth as well out in the pitching circle. 2-1 pitch. Foul directly back to the screen. Rogstad getting right after it, but now facing a 2-2 count. 9th inning. Lake Mills and Bishop Garrigan. Lake Mills has stranded 11 runners on the base path so far tonight. We've referenced that a few times. These two teams have left some scoring opportunities on the table as there's a ground ball to short. Capacious stays down on it, whips it across the diamond. Montag stretches, and that's out number 2 of the inning. Back-to-back ground outs to shortstop, and Madison Edwards will hit with 2 outs and nobody on base. And all of a sudden here, kind of quietly, Darius Goshi has retired 6 batters in a row for Lake Mills. Things definitely started out a little bit rocky for the Bishop Garrigan right-hander as the first 3 batters reached against her in the 5th inning. Lake Mills also scored 3 in the 7th with some traffic on the base paths. There's a changeup and a swing and a miss by Edwards out in front, but Goshi has definitely settled down here. And working 1-2-3 here against the top 3 hitters in the Lake Mills lineup would be huge here for Bishop Garrigan's momentum. 0-1 count. Pitch from Goshi. Puts it over the inside corner for a called strike. Goshi with room to work here against Edwards. 0-2 count. Edwards 2 for 5 tonight. Goshi trying to set them down 1-2-3. The Golden Bear righty's ready, And the pitch is swung on and missed. Dorning drops it, and she tags out Edwards for out number 3 of the inning. 7 set down in a row by Darius Goshi as the right-hander has her second strikeout of the night. We will head to inning number 10. You're listening to high school softball on Hometown Radio, KLGA.
High school sports on Hometown and Home Country Radio, brought to you by these sports club members.
Algona Frame and Auto Body Collision Specialists, a total commitment to excellence.
Water Connection, from softeners to bottled water and service, call 295-SOFT.
Dump It, commercial and residential garbage. They do the dirty work so you don't have to.
Hy-Vee, use the fuel saver, fill your cart, fuel your car.
Algona Livestock Auction, Highway 169 North, sale every Monday.
Lusher Family Dentistry, serving your family since 1965 on Call Street in Algona.
Style Salon, your salon in Algona. Create yourself.
Farmers State Bank, proud to be part of our community for 125 years, with offices in Algona, Whittemore, and West Bend.
Chemco Tires, they're all you need to know about tires and service.
Sponsoring this broadcast on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
As we head to the 10th inning on Hometown Radio, KLGA, and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream, Bishop Garrigan and Lake Mills are all locked up here, 10-10 tie. For those of you watching on the video stream, we'll try to fix the scoreboard here. Obviously, we did not anticipate a 10-inning game here tonight, so the numbers are definitely a little bit off-centered. As Marin swings and fouls that one for Bishop Garrigan, strike one. Well, Byers is going back to work, her 10th inning pitching here tonight. Whatever the outcome of tonight's game is, she'll definitely earn some well-deserved rest over the weekend, as will both of these teams, really. The next delivery as Marin fouls that one back, and it'll be an 0-2 count here on Bishop Garrigan's number 5 hitter. Peterson due up next. Schaaf in the hole for Bishop Garrigan, scheduled hitters this inning for the Golden Bears, as we are tied 9-9. Golden Bears last scored in the 6th inning, but Byers has really bared down when it mattered the most. 3 straight scoreless innings as Marin dribbles that one foul at the plate. Barely got a piece of that one, but able to keep it alive here. (0-2) count on Marin. The next pitch, and that one dips a little bit below the knees as the count goes to 1-2. Marin is 2 for 5 tonight. She's doubled a couple of times. Last 2 at-bats for Marin have both resulted in flyouts to right field. The wind and the pitch. Ground ball towards first base, and it'll go through Rogness. It's picked up at second base by Joint, and she gets to first base just in time. What a play by Joint that time. That was so heads up and so smart. Joint came over the backup Rogness. Ball got through Rogness' legs, but it was right at the bag. Joint was right behind her, and she flipped it just in time to get Marin at first base. So that goes down as a ground out to second in the scorebook, but Joint was almost directly behind first base by the time she fielded that. Peterson flares the first pitch foul, and that'll head out of play for strike one. Well, I'll tell you what. Good thing these top of Iowa West softball games start at 6 o'clock instead of 30. Otherwise, it would be a late, late night. At this rate, though, these two teams may never give up. We may see the softball game end later than the baseball game tonight. Who knows how many innings we could play in this one. And I don't think anyone wants to see this game end of how entertaining it's been as Peterson takes that one for a called strike. 0-2 the count. Peterson has recorded 3 base hits in 5 at-bats so far tonight. Started things off back in the 6th as she takes one in the dirt for ball 1. The Golden Bears grabbed the early lead in the first inning as Joey Dorning and Abby Capacious started off with back-to-back singles. Darius Goshi ended up reaching on an error that scored the first run of the night for Bishop Garrigan as Peterson takes one up and away, and the count evens at 2-2. Lake Mills tied it at 1 after that. Bishop Garrigan would end up going up 6-1. Lake Mills would make it 6-4. Golden Bears extended it 8-4 as Peterson lines that one foul first base side. Then it was 8-6. Then it was 9-6 as Bishop Garrigan added an insurance run. Then the last score we saw was 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th when Lake Mills had do-or-die time. They did it as Peterson grounds it to shortstop. It's past Brandenburg and into left field for a base hit. Brandenburg ranged about 5 steps over to her right, but couldn't quite reach that one. And Peterson has her 4th base hit of the night. A very good night here for the Bishop Garrigan freshman as she'll be on first base with 1 out. And Bishop Garrigan with a runner on first base, only 1 out. The pitch is waved out and missed, and that'll be strike 1. Well, 9-9 tie, Bishop Garrigan and Lake Mills as we play in the top of inning number 10. Byers trying to bear down here and put another 0 on the board as that pitch misses away for ball 1, 1-1 the count. Byers has thrown 3 scoreless innings in a row. She has yet to work a 1-2-3 inning here tonight. Violet Bodie takes that pitch, and it's 2-1 the count. Bodie working ahead here. Bodie getting her first at-bat of the night. She's been in the field. Came in as a defensive replacement after Schaaf exited the game pitching-wise. That is popped up first base side, hooking foul territory, and that'll get just over the fence. Rogness gave it a look, and it'll be a 2-2 count here on Bodie. Bodie with 2 hits, make that 1 hit and 2 at-bats so far this season. 1 RBI, so this is at-bat number 3 for Bodie. Runner on first base is Peterson. Byers motions and delivers, and Bodie lines that one towards right field, curving into foul territory, reaching out and making the catch is Anderson. A great run and grab on that foul line drive, as that's the second time tonight we've seen Anderson range far into foul territory and make the catch on what was a tough play. So Peterson is staying at first base, 2 down, and Seisha Alish will be the hitter. 2 for 5 so far in tonight's game. There are just a multitude of Golden Bears with multiple hits tonight as Alish takes that one in the dirt for ball 1. Top of the 10th, Bishop Garrigan and Lake Mills locked up at 9. Golden Bears' biggest inning of the night came in a 4-run 4th inning. I give Lake Mills credit, they did not fold after that as Alish chases a pitch upstairs, expanded the zone, and that is a strike. Runner at first base, 2 gone here in the top of the 10th. And Alish trying to battle back from being behind in the count. Byers back onto the rubber. Here comes the pitch. Ground ball towards third base. Fielded cleanly by Jensen. Comes across the diamond. And Alish is out at first base. So Bishop Garrigan strands a runner at first base. Peterson's single does not result in any runs for the Golden Bears as we will head to the bottom half of inning number 10. Bishop Garrigan and Lake Mills tied up 9-9 here on Hometown Radio KLGA and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream.
If you're not filling with Cenex Premium Diesel, then you're not giving your fuel system the premium treatment. Cenex Roadmaster XL comes with a more complete additive package for a more complete burn, while restoring your power by up to 4.5% and your fuel economy by up to 5%. Typical number 2 diesel? I guess it covers the basics. Cenex Premium Diesel. Diesel that doesn't mess around.
Contact New Way K&H Cooperative, your certified Cenex distributor, at 1-800-445-4118.
With today's technology, there's no reason to wait by the mailbox for bank statements. Just sign up for internet banking and e-statements. This is Sherry at Security State Bank. E-statements reduce the risks of mail fraud and identity theft. Internet banking allows you to check your balances, see checks and deposits that have cleared, transfer funds between accounts, make payments, and say goodbye to paper filing and shredding. Internet banking and e-statements from Security State Bank in Algona, Burt, and Laverne. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Players, put your pinky rings up to the moon.
Bottom of the 10th inning. First pitch swinging. It's popped into foul territory. And that one will drop as Rogness has strike 1. Hitters 4, 5, and 6 due up for Lake Mills as we are tied at 9. Bottom of the 10th inning. Yes, you heard that right. 10th inning as these pitchers, Darius Goshi as well as Dottie Byers, they have bared down here in extra innings and posted zeros on the scoreboard. So first 7 innings were all about offense. And extra innings have been all about pitching as that one is rolled into foul territory. 0-2 count on Bryn Rogness. Rogness, Jensen, Dagstead this inning for Lake Mills. as Rogness has one base hit tonight. 1 for 4. She's walked as well. Last 2 at-bats have resulted in groundouts to short. Goshi continuing to work. Here comes the pitch. Popped foul first base side as that one heads out of play. And count will stay 0-2 on Rogness. Well, Bishop Garrigan's been able to split the load pitching-wise as Schaaf went the first 4 innings tonight. And now Goshi in her 6th inning of work. She never would have guessed that coming into tonight when she knew that Schaaf was the starter, that she would end up working 6 innings. But here we are in the 10th. Goshi's next offering. That is a line shot up the middle for a base hit into center field. It deflects off of Bartolo. She picks it back up, gets it into the infield. Big turn at first base by Rogness. Dives back in and gets in ahead of the throw. Capacious threw behind her that time, but Rogness with a single up the middle on an 0-2 pitch. And that one was down in the zone, but I think that one had a lot more of the plate than Goshi wanted because Rogness got a great piece of that one, was just able to line it back through the middle. So runner on first base, leadoff runner on for Lake Mills, and Jensen will be the hitter. Singled and drove in a runner last time up in the 7th. That was the game-tying single in inning number 7 that Jensen was able to hit. She is 1 for 4 tonight, also with a walk. So winning run at first for Lake Mills. Bottom of the 10th. Here comes the bunt. It's down. Marin fields it, only plays to first base, and it's in time for the out. Moving up to second is Rogness, as that is a well-executed sacrifice by Jensen, as that goes 5-3 in the scorebook. And Dogstead will be the schedule hitter. Dogstead into a fielder's choice her last time up. That was back in the 7th inning to end the frame. Goshi had retired 7 innings, 7 hitters that is, in a row coming into this inning. Gave up the leadoff single to Rogness. Now runner at second. Inside, and that one is going to hit Dogstead on the shin. Tried to jump out of the way of it, but could not hurdle over that one as she'll head down to first base. That might not be the worst thing in the world for Bishop Garrigan. That'll set up the force play at third. And they will give Dogstead a second here to walk it off. The runner at first base is completely meaningless for the Golden Bears as of this point. It's the runner at second you've got to worry about. You can't let any runs score this inning or the game is over, as Byers will hit. Rounded out to the pitcher her last time up. Force play as it's a ground ball back into the circle. Goshi bobbles, she'll go to third, and save at third base. Marin was not on the bag. Oh, that's a huge mistake for the Golden Bears. Goshi knocks down that ground ball in the circle, but Marin was kind of straddling the bag at third. I think she maybe expected Goshi to go to first, and she tried to poke around with her foot and find the bag, but she could not find it, and Rogness slid in there safely. So big problem now for Bishop Garrigan. Bases loaded, 1 out, and nowhere to put any base runners. It'll be Alexis Hansen batting for Lake Mills. Hansen tonight, 1 hit in 4 at-bats. She's struck out a couple times, and she's walked. Popped out to shorter last time up. Golden Bears will either have to turn a double play or get the runner out at home on a grounder. That is a ground ball towards second base. Peterson's got to come home. Throw to the plate. Slide out at the plate. Just in time. And Rogness is gone at home. Peterson in the nick of time got that one. Had to field the ground ball cleanly. It was slowly hit. Infield really wasn't playing all that shallow. She made a perfect throw to the plate, and Dorning squeezed it. So Anderson's on the fielder's choice, but that is a huge out. Bases will stay loaded, 2 outs, and the batter will be Keely Joint. Chance to play the hero tonight. Joint is seeking out her first hit. Did reach on an error in the 2nd inning. She has popped out her last couple times up. The pitch to Joint, flared in the air, shallow center field, moving over Peterson. Capacious cuts in front and makes the catch. That was nearly a disaster for Bishop Garrigan as Capacious and Peterson nearly ran into each other, but Capacious took command and made the catch. And exhale. We go to the 11th. Bishop Garrigan and Lake Mills still tied at 9 on Hometown Radio, KLGA.
More Sports Club members bringing you this broadcast.
Jensen Chiropractic, care for the whole family.
Countryside Barbecue Sauce, 2 sauces for all seasons.
Erpelding Excavating, let them take care of your grading, excavating, and drainage needs.
Farm Bureau Financial Services, coverage and protection for what matters most. Visit with local agents David Weiss, Jason Brace, Daniel Folk, and Michael Toll.
Sudol Tax and Accounting. Full-service tax and accounting services from the professionals at Sudol Tax and Accounting. Call 395-1040. They see beyond the numbers.
Holmes Animal Clinic, caring for your pets from their location at Highway 18 East. They now have an indoor unit to serve equine, cattle, sheep, and goats. Also on-site boarding for cats and dogs.
Oakcrest Funeral Services, helping families celebrate a life lived.
All members of the sports club bringing you this game on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
Well, are you entertained yet, Bishop Garrigan fans? 9-9 in the 11th inning as Montag slices the first pitch foul, and that'll be strike one as Bishop Garrigan has hitters 9-1 and 2 here in the 11th inning. And I'm sad to report that as I keep the scorebook here from the table alongside the field, it only has 10 innings in it, so I am out of innings. Montag lines it to third, and it is caught at third base. Jensen able to catch that soft liner from Zoe Montag for out number 1 of the inning. Never would have guessed that we would have gone to 4 extra innings tonight, but here we are in the 11th. 9-9 tie, 1 out, back to the top of the order for Emmy Bartolo. Bartolo backs away from the first pitch for ball 1. And Dottie Byers has it in her hands. She works here in the 11th. Byers has worked the whole game so far tonight for Lake Mills. As that pitch is down in the dirt. Bartolo able to lay off it. Well, Byers has pitched in 10 of the 11 Lake Mills games so far this season. Coming into tonight, there were 62 and a third possible innings to pitch. Byers had pitched 57 and a third of them as that is rolled to first base. Easy play as Rognes takes it herself to the bag, and it's a quick 2 up, 2 down for Bishop Garrigan once again. Montag retired on the first pitch. Bartolo gone quickly. 2 outs, and Dorning will be the hitter with nobody on base. The only other player to throw any innings for Lake Mills this season is Jolie Rice, who's pitched 5 innings. Dorning bounces that to short on the first pitch. Brandenburg has it, fires across. A stretch at first by Rognes, and that is out number 3 of the inning. Boy, Bishop Garrigan maybe got a little overly aggressive that inning. Did not work the count much against Byers, and they make 3 outs on 4 pitches. So we will head to the bottom of the 11th. Lake Mills with a chance to win it next on Hometown Radio, KLGA, and the Algona Radio YouTube live stream.
For over 40 years, Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports Surgeons have maintained one mission: to provide excellence in orthopedic care. Their team of 9 physicians offers specialized care in everything from arthroscopic same-day surgery to joint replacement, as well as hand and foot surgery, and have an orthopedic surgeon on call 24/7. Healthcare isn't about appointments, it's about taking care of people, and that's their specialty. Visit Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports Surgeons on the web at nwiabone.com. When you need cash on the go, there's no need to pay a surcharge fee with MoneyPass. Iowa State Bank is proud to be part of the MoneyPass network of surcharge-free ATMs found nationwide. Look for the green and blue MoneyPass symbol on over 32,000 ATMs across the nation. Or find an ATM near your vacation spot or travel destination at moneypass.com. MoneyPass, another way that Iowa State Bank helps people succeed. Member FDIC.
The most dangerous part of the Lake Mills lineup is coming up here in the bottom of the 11th. Hitters number 1, 2, and 3 as Lake Mills has the lineup front-loaded. And Darius Goshi goes back to work. She has managed to put zeros on the scoreboard as Brandenburg takes ball 1. All throughout the extra innings here as Goshi has thrown 3 scoreless innings in a row. Lake Mills left the bases loaded, had them loaded with just 1 out in the 10th. But they could not score and win the game. And that's a ground ball by Brandenburg towards short. Capacious throws across just in time to get Brandenburg. Boy, Brandenburg has some incredible speed. Almost beat out that routine ground ball, but Capacious with a strong arm gets her out. 1 pitch, 1 out. And I think the script has flipped a little here in the 7th inning. Or make that the 11th inning, as the Bishop Garrigan batters pretty much all quickly got after the first pitches. Golden Bears were retired on 4 pitches in the top of the 11th. Now Brandenburg gone quickly here to start off the bottom of the 11th. Stead is in the dirt for ball 1. 9-9 tie, Bishop Garrigan and Lake Mills, in case you're just tuning in. As this game is past the 2.5-hour mark right now. This is a top of Iowa West classic at this point as we play in the 11th. And that is a line drive foul, first base side, as that one will even up the count at 1-1 to Rogstead. Madison Edwards due up next. Possibly Rognus if it gets around that far for Lake Mills. Bishop Garrigan came into tonight 7-8. Lake Mills 8-3. Whichever team wins this tonight, I think it would not be too far of a stretch to say it would be the hardest fought win of the season. Goshi delivers. That is down in the dirt, down and in, so the count will go 2 balls and 1 strike here on Rogstead. Lake Mills, 1 run in the first inning, 3 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth, and 3 in the seventh to tie the game when they were down 9-6. As Goshi winds and fires, fouled back to the screen, and we have the count go even here at 2-2. Bishop Garrigan, on the other hand, 1 run in the first, 1 in the third, 4 in the fourth, 2 in the fifth, 1 in the sixth. And Golden Bears have been held off the scoreboard in the 4 innings in a row since that sixth. Bottom of the 11th, Bishop Garrigan and Lake Mills locked up at 9. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Rogstead tardy on that one. It is 2 up, 2 down here to start the bottom of the 11th. And so far, a little bit less tension than the 10th. Can Darius Goshi go 1-2-3 here against the 1-2-3 hitters in the Lake Mills lineup, the toughest part of the batting order? It's Edwards, who struck out her last time up. Pitch from Goshi, and that is in the zone for a called strike. 0-1. Again, Rognus on deck. So far tonight, Edwards with a couple doubles. 2 hits in this one. The delivery, and that one's a bit above the letters to even up the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Well, a couple innings ago when I said the softball game might end before, or excuse me, when I said the baseball game might end before the softball game, I was saying that in a joking fashion, but they've got to be pretty close to halfway through the baseball game at this point. Off-speed pitch misses away for a ball, 2-1 the count. Softball game started at 6 o'clock, baseball game at 7:30, so they're a little bit over an hour into the baseball game at the field. That's beyond the right field fence of this one. You can't see the scoreboard from here, so I can't exactly give you a score update, unfortunately, but we know the game's going on as it's popped high in the air, capacious into shallow left field, and the shortstop puts it away for out number 3. 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 11th, and if that wasn't enough softball for you, we've got the 12th inning, just like you asked for, coming up next on Hometown Radio, KLGA.
For Sports Club members, bringing you this game on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
Rental Zone, Highway 18 East in Algona. The tool and equipment rental specialist. Phone 395-RENT.
Dance Connection and Tumbling by Michelle. Passionate about teaching, creative about dance. Visit their studio at 1400 East Commercial in Algona or danceconnectionbymichelle.com.
Daylight Donuts, open early, serving yummy donuts, rolls, and great coffee. Located at 502 South Phillip Street.
Signworks for all your signage needs, as well as printed shirts, caps, and jackets. Stop in or call 295-9544.
Farm and Home Services. Check their many listings at farmhomeservices.com.
Pizza Ranch. Eat in or delivery. Catering also available.
TAFE Wellness Center. Dr. Shane TAFE. Keeping athletes in the game with chiropractic care. Located at 105 South Phillip Street in Algona.
All sponsors of this broadcast.
Top of inning number 12 on Hometown Radio, KLGA. It's not a sprint, ladies and gentlemen. It's a marathon. 9-9 tie, Bishop Garrigan and Lake Mills here on Hometown Radio, KLGA. As we're going to get a quick update here on the baseball game in just a minute. They are in the 5th inning right now, and that one is here in the softball game. Bishop Garrigan will have hitters number 3, 4, and 5 with Abby Capacious, Darius Goshi, and Hannah Marin. And right now, Golden Bears have a 3-0 lead over in the baseball game, so we appreciate I got the little note dropped here off at my desk. So that baseball game really is pretty well into that. 9-9 tie, Bishop Garrigan and Lake Mills as Capacious takes ball 1 upstairs. Playing here in the 12th inning with Capacious, Goshi, and Marin scheduled to bat for Bishop Garrigan. Golden Bears have been shut off the scoreboard here 5 innings in a row as Capacious takes that one, and the count is 2-0. Well, it's very, very tough for Lake Mills to start here against Capacious. You can either attack her and know that she's hitting about .675 this season and has a good chance of getting a base hit, or you can work around her and put a state track sprinter on the base paths. Capacious swings and pops up the 2-0 pitch, shallow right field, out as a second baseman and missing the ball. Joint misses it, and Capacious is on first base. Oh, that was a 2-0 can of corn to shallow right field, and Capacious will reach on a gift here for Bishop Garrigan. Joint was about 5 to 10 feet into the outfield. She was underneath it, but just misjudged the pop-up that time, and Bishop Garrigan will get a runner on first base. Here's a bunt attempt by Goshi as she'll foul it back to the screen for a called strike, 0-1. This is just where the real strategy comes into the game. Again, you want Capacious at second base, and there's a couple ways to do that. You can say Capacious go steal second. You can have Goshi try to bunt as you did there, but the question is, are you willing to sacrifice your number 4 hitter who has gotten 3 base hits and 4 RBI so far tonight? Goshi not showing bunt. Capacious trying to steal. She's heading to second base, and she'll be in there without a throw as Edwards dropped the ball. So Capacious steals second base, and Bishop Garrigan has a runner on second. Nobody out, and a 1-1 count on Goshi. Infield creeping in at the corners for Lake Mills. Goshi pops it up foul as that one heads out of play. And to the first base side, 1-2 count here on the Golden Bear pitcher. It's been quite the odyssey tonight for Darius Goshi. Started the night in center field, came to pitch for what she thought would just be the last couple of innings, and now she's heading towards a full night of work. Swing and a miss. Ball gets away, though, and Goshi will try to run to first. Throw to first base is wide. The bag is tagged. Goshi's out at first, and Capacious never stopped running. She came all the way around and scored. Capacious went to third base on the ball that got away from the catcher Edwards, and on the throw to first base, Capacious just kept running, and she scores on that play. Scoring from second on a dropped third strike, and Bishop Garrigan leads it 10-9. How about that, ladies and gentlemen? Have you seen it all yet? Marin, ground ball, shortstop side. Brandenburg has it, throws across, and it's in time for the second out. So Capacious scores. Goshi retired on a strikeout, and now Marin retired on a ground out. But Bishop Garrigan grabs a 10-9 lead over Lake Mills. Top of the 12th inning. Boy, that is smart, aggressive base running by Capacious. As Peterson grounds it, past first base into right field for a base hit. Molly Peterson having a career night with another hit. Peterson now with 5 hits in 7 at-bats, and she'll be on first base of 2 outs. But Capacious scores from second on a dropped third strike. And at this point, you just say, that's a 12th inning. We're going to try it. If I'm safe, I'm safe. If I'm out, I'm out. And it works out great for Bishop Garrigan. They'll try to add insurance. A dribbler by Bodie in front of the plate. It's spinning. It's staying in fair territory. Throw to first base is just in time, and Bodie is out at first. Boy, that was good composure at first by Rognes as Bodie almost had that ball hit her on the shoulder, but Rognes almost looked like she picked it right off the shoulder of Bodie. So that is out number 3. Well, can Bishop Garrigan hold on? Bottom of the 12th, Lake Mills down to their final 3 outs next on Hometown Radio, KLGA.
For over 40 years, Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports Surgeons have maintained one mission: to provide excellence in orthopedic care. Their team of 9 physicians offers specialized care in everything from arthroscopic same-day surgery to joint replacement, as well as hand and foot surgery, and have an orthopedic surgeon on call 24/7. Healthcare isn't about appointments, it's about taking care of people, and that's their specialty. Visit Northwest Iowa Bone, Joint, and Sports Surgeons on the web at nwiabone.com.
With over a decade of experience, Jake Ingalls Electric is here to handle any electrical job you could possibly have. From anything agricultural related to complex commercial wiring to something simple like installing a new outlet in your home, Jake Ingalls Electric does it all. Have your wiring done right and call Jake at 515-320-4286. Jake Ingalls Electric, shockingly good service.
Can Bishop Garrigan close out Lake Mills? We are about to find out. Golden Bears 10, Bulldogs 9. Bishop Garrigan breaking through in the 12th as the pitch is ball 1. Hitters 4, 5, and 6. Rognes, Jensen, Dogstead scheduled to hit for Lake Mills as we play in the 12th. Darius Goshi back to work. Way upstairs for a ball. 2-0 the count here on Rognes. Well, Ella Schaaf pitched 4 innings tonight as the starting pitcher, and she is going to pitch substantially less than Goshi here tonight, as Goshi is in her 8th inning of work. trying to close out Lake Mills and pick up the win for Bishop Garrigan. The 2-0 pitch, and that is lined into right center field. That's dropping in a hurry, and it's down for a base hit. Bartolo picks it up and gets it back into the infield, but Rognes starts things off with a base knock to right, and that'll bring Jensen up to the plate. And again, you go back to the point. Do you bunt here and get the tying run to second? Or do you say we're really going for the win in this inning and let Jensen swing away, your number 5 hitter? Jensen with 1 base hit so far tonight. 10-9, Bishop Garrigan in the 12th. The box score after this game is just going to look absurd. Pitch is down in the dirt. Dorning picks it on the forehand side. 1-0 the count. I'll just say this. Thank goodness it is Friday. And I say that from the standpoint of these two teams, just laying it all out on the line here tonight, emptying the well, and leaving it all out on the field. They are going to need the weekend to recuperate after this one. Called strike, snap for the first, and Montag saves that one from going into right field. Had to reach way out to her glove side as Rognes went back in standing. 1-1 on Jensen. Dongstead up next. Jensen squares to bunt, and she puts it into play. Marin makes the nice play, has it, flips it to first base, and Montag holds the bag as it goes 5-3 on the sacrifice. Second straight at bat for Jensen at the sacrifice bunt as Rognes advances up to second base. Now 1 out, and Dongstead getting set to hit. Dongstead 1 base hit tonight. She was hit by a pitch her last time up to the dish back in the 10th. As we play here in the bottom of the 12th, Bishop Garrigan and Lake Mills. 10-9 right now is the Garrigan lead. Goshi's pitch. Slow roller towards third base. Marin has it, comes across the diamond. Montag stretch, and out at first is Dongstead. Runner moving up to third base is Rognes. Now 2 down. Will this end the marathon, or is there 1 more mile left? Byers will be the hitter. Goshi getting ready to pitch again with a runner on third base. Again, Bishop Garrigan's got to be alert for any ball in the dirt. If Rognes would try to score from third. The pitch, swing and a miss. Byers went upstairs to try to get it. 0-1 count. Bottom of the 12th, Darius Goshi in her 8th inning of work, trying to put away Lake Mills once and for all. The wind and the delivery. That one is up and away, and Byers checking her swing. Byers with 1 hit so far tonight. She's been hit by a pitch a couple of times, and she reached on an error in the 10th inning. A base hit here would tie the game. Garrigan up by 1. Rognes on third base. Goshi delivers. And that is downstairs. Byers not tempted by that one. 2-1 the count. Back-to-back pitches out of the zone. I'll tell you what, anyone at the baseball field right now who sees that the softball field still has a game going on it has to be just extremely confused knowing that the softball game here started at 6 o'clock. There's a fly ball towards right field. Alish coming in, reaches out and makes the catch. The game is over as Bishop Garrigan has defeated Lake Mills 10-9 in 12 innings. Alish made the catch on that fly out to right field, and the Golden Bears, after one of the biggest knockdown, drag-it-out fights of the season, have survived with a 10-9 win over Lake Mills. Did this game live up to the hype or what? A run scored in the top of the 12th inning on a drop third strike when Capacious just kept running and came in all the way from second, and that ends up being the decisive score of the game. 10-9, Bishop Garrigan triumphs over Lake Mills in 12 innings. Well, the Golden Bears now 8-8 on the season after that victory. 7-2 in conference play as Bishop Garrigan moves up into second place. They are 2 games behind North Union. Lake Mills drops to 8-4. They are now 7-3 on the season, and Lake Mills has dropped back-to-back top of Iowa West games after losing yesterday to Belmont Clemmy. Well, we will take a timeout here for a few minutes, and I'll try to sort through my scorebook, which I'll tell you what, folks, is a total mess right now. I only have 10 innings in my scorebook, so I had to write the 11th and 12th innings somewhere, but we'll try to sort through these final stats and get them to you as accurately as possible coming up in just a couple of minutes. You're listening to High School Softball on Hometown Radio, KLGA.
High school sports on Hometown and Home Country Radio, brought to you by these sports club members:
Catholic Charities, offering professional counseling services to families and individuals of all faiths. Learn more at cathchar.com.
Algona Plumbing and Heating, where a good flush always beats a full house.
Grassmasters. Get tips and advice from their lawn care professionals. Grassmasters, growing satisfied customers.
American Glass, for all your glass needs. Think American.
Walker Chiropractic and Wellness, serving Algona, Sway City, and the surrounding areas with chiropractic, nutritional care, and physical therapy services.
Dr. Bill Stroman, giving you something to smile about.
CB Grain Solutions, satisfaction guaranteed.
Ruhnke Brothers Full Service. Experience the Ruhnke Brothers difference for all your auto service and repair needs.
Sponsoring this broadcast on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
Sports Club members bringing you this game on Hometown and Home Country Radio.
Kasuth Regional Health Center. Make KRHC your home for healthcare.
North Iowa Appliance, Highway 18 East, Algona, where they sell the best and service the rest.
Tom Eischen Sales, your store in the country on Highway 18 West, Algona.
Greg Penning and Company, LLC, your tax service professionals in Algona and Bancroft, where everyone counts.
Yemlin Builders and Quality Apartments for Rent. Beauty and craftsmanship that will never go out of style.
Albert Electric. Flip the switch to Albert Electric. Call Neil at 320-0305.
Iowa Lakes Community College. Your community, your college.
Feed Mill Coffee Company in downtown Algona, where community connects.
All sponsors of this broadcast.
A marathon that took almost 3 hours has wrapped up as Bishop Garrigan and Lake Mills are done here tonight. It's the Golden Bears coming out alive in this one by a final score of 10-9. It took 12 innings. Yes, 12, but the Golden Bears came away with the win in this game right here on Hometown Radio, KLGA Algona. Tyler Lance wrapping it up for you. We could talk probably for an hour after this game just trying to give a quick recap, but we will try to wrap this up as concisely as we can and give some final stats for tonight. First, from just the standpoint of statistics here, Bishop Garrigan, 10 runs, as the Golden Bears had 17 hits tonight. Bishop Garrigan did commit 3 errors. One stat I do have circled tonight, Bishop Garrigan left 15 runners on base tonight. So, again, 10 runs on the scoreboard, always a good offensive night, but could have been even more as the starting pitcher for Lake Mills, Dottie Byers, gave up a lot of hits, had a ton of base runners, but she did a nice job at times stranding Golden Bears on base. And specifically, when you talk about the 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th innings, that was 5 scoreless innings in a row by Byers when it looked like the Golden Bears were just going to knock her out of the game. Bishop Garrigan scored 4 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th, and that was to add to the 1 in the 3rd and 1 in the 1st that they had. So just in the middle innings there, it looked like Byers was not going to be able to stop the Golden Bear attack, but 5 scoreless innings from the 7th through 11th. Great job from Byers, but that 1 run leaked through in the 12th inning. Statistically, for Bishop Garrigan, pitching-wise tonight, Ella Schaaf goes 4 innings, unofficially allowing 6 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned. Schaaf walked 3, and she struck out 5. Darius Goshi, 8 innings pitched. Yes, she took over in the 5th inning as Lake Mills, again, they had 9 runs, 14 hits tonight. So Goshi ends up giving 8 hits, 5 runs allowed on the night for Darius Goshi. Not a whole lot of Ks in the scorebook for Goshi tonight as she had 3, but again, worked her way through traffic, had some rough spots early on as she came in, gave up those 2 runs in the 5th, also gave up 3 runs in the 7th to tie the game, but scoreless ball, 8th, 9th, 10th and 11th inning, as well as the 12th for Darius Goshi. So she was able to just really lock it down there. 5 scoreless innings to end the game from Bishop Garrigan's right-hander as Goshi picks up the victory. Hitting-wise for Lake Mills, Natalie Brandenburg, 4 for 7 tonight as she drove in 2 runs. Bishop Garrigan had a 3 for 7 night from Darius Goshi, 4 RBI for Goshi. Also a 5 for 7 night for Molly Peterson as she ends up with 5 base hits in this one. Again, 3 errors committed by both teams, as those are the final numbers in tonight's game. Well, just to quickly recap again, we won't keep you here too long tonight, but just Golden Bears got off to that early 1-0 lead in the first. Lake Mills came back and tied it at 1, and again, looked like the Golden Bears would pull away early. They got up 6-1, looked like they were off and running, but Lake Mills kept responding. The inning after the Golden Bears scored 4 runs, Lake Mills answered back. They cut the deficit down to 2 because they scored 3 runs of their own, so they made it 6-4, but then Golden Bears scored 2 more of their own. Then it was 8-4, but Lake Mills answered right back. They scored 2 runs of their own to make it 8-6, so you could see in the middle innings, both teams were just scoring pretty much every inning. Neither side could really keep momentum for any extended period of time. Bishop Garrigan ended up pushing their lead to 9-6 heading into the 7th inning, but the 7th was when Darius Goshi had a little bit of trouble. After she got the first out, she gave up 3 base hits in a row as Brandenburg singled, Rogstead doubled, and then Edwards hit a 2-run double. Looked like Goshi might get out of it as Rognus grounded out, so there were still 2 down. Bishop Garrigan was up 9-8, but a clutch 2-out base hit by Bella Jensen tied it at 9. And after that, it was scoreless until the 12th. Bishop Garrigan had the middle of their order coming up. Abby Capacious was able to reach on a critical error by Lake Mills as a pop-up was dropped in shallow right field. If you remember, Capacious was down in the count 0-2, so... she was up in the count 2-0 and had popped it up to second base, but an error was made. Capacious reached first. She ended up stealing second, and then when Darius Goshi struck out, the third strike was dropped. Capacious went to third, and then when the throw went to first base, Capacious just kept running, and she came all the way home to score. So that was how the Golden Bears ultimately got their winning run here tonight. Again, there's so much more you could say about the game than just that, but I think I'll just leave it with this. Hard-fought game on both sides. Incredible performance by these two teams here tonight. I mean, we really saw it all. The pitchers were struggling there for a little bit. Then all of a sudden we switched it into a pitcher's duel once we got into extra innings. So I think Goshi left it all out there. Hopefully she gets some ice here tonight and is able to rest up that arm. And Dottie Byers pitching 12 innings for Lake Mills. She'll take the loss in this one. But again, pitching all 12 innings for your team, that is definitely a selfless act from Dottie Byers and something that she'll definitely rest up from over the weekend. So big win for Bishop Garrigan, and they will have a game coming up on Monday against Eagle Grove. Golden Bears now 8-8 on the season, and they move into second place in the top of Iowa West with a record of 7-2 in the conference. Lake Mills now 8-4. They have lost back-to-back games. They are 7-3 in conference play. Again, game took almost 3 hours to complete, but it was certainly well worth the wait for Golden Bear fans. Instant classic here, just so many great moments from this game, and the intensity certainly befitting of a postseason game. 10-9 is the final score tonight. This has been a Hometown and Home Country Radio sports production. I'm Tyler Lance, signing off.
High school sports on Hometown and Home Country Radio.